And now for a taste of things to come.
Indeed, it is once again that time as the aftermath of WrestleMania finally arrived. As so many things ended, so many new things are about to begin. Welcome to the most unpredictable night of the year. This is Monday Night Raw After Mania. This is Raw on Netflix. Welcome to the pre-show discussion. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again here to the Super Bowl Studios and our continued watch-along schedule of utter madness for all the wrestling as we finish out WrestleMania weekend. I'm, of course, Noel Foster with Walter Cruz. We're super reliable, and we're here to bring you in closer ahead and bring up hype towards what could happen here tonight with the Raw After Mania. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a wonderful Easter, 420, and whatever you chose to do with it. And please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you want to dictate the conversation, PayPal the passions or super chats, as simple as that. It's good to see the regulars, Charles, Safet. To those that are tuning in for the first time, thank you so much. For those that continue to tune in, thank you so much as well, because you all continue to make this possible, because you all encourage this continued passion for us to unwaveringly cover all things wrestling. That being said, Walter, it's good to be back with you once again, my friend, the most reliable man that I've come to know in the world of professional wrestling fandom existence. How are you feeling after everything that has transpired, and what are you looking forward to, and what could transpire tonight with the Raw After Mania on Netflix?
I am doing well. Slept well. I literally didn't. I woke up, to get the kids ready. My wife saw how tired I was. Said, "Go back to bed." I didn't wake up till almost 2:15 p.m. That's how much I knocked out I was. So that's worn out for the weekend. But
I
looking
can
forward
relate.
to see the fallout to John Cena, the fallout to Jey Uso, and everything. WWE purposely has not given us graphics. They have not given us announcements on what is going to happen today, which I actually like it because now we're going to be surprised of everything. So we can talk about whatever we want now, and we can speculate what we think is going to happen and things like that.
That sounds good to me. So I think without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it and bring people up to speed a little bit, shall we? So again, folks, a lot of things transpired once again at the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. And thank everybody that tuned in to our coverage. A shout out to Geekbox Bible, who continues to encourage the passion of all the content creators, streamers, and reactors here in and out of the internet spaces of wrestling fandom and entertainment. You're a wonderful individual, so thank you again. Please keep up what you're doing. So I want to go ahead and start real quick to talk about your initial impressions. We kicked things off literally with the pace of WrestleMania Saturday night. It was Gunther, the leading general, the unstoppable juggernaut of professional wrestling, the world heavyweight champion defending against main event Jey Uso. In what has only happened one other time in the career of Gunther since Ilya Dragunov NXT TakeOver 36, we saw the leading general tap out to main event Jey Uso. A statement victory in proving not only did he have no fear, he was going to get him, but how much he was willing to do to go for the win and do this for his family and send a very emphatic message towards the Ring General and anybody that may underestimate him. It was quite a spectacle to see Jey Uso talk about the Ring General. Your thoughts about this, and how do you feel about a new heavy yeet champion?
I've never seen him that focused. He put on a clinic that n- I've never seen, and the fact that he knew it wasn't going to take one Uso splash, he splashed him from every corner, saying, "I've got to do whatever I can take," which knocks the air out of you, and then he turns in and puts out a sleeper. Smart wrestling. I've seen a lot of criticism from people saying Gunther shouldn't have tap out. Why not? He literally laid his brother in a bloody mess. This was more than just a championship. This was about his family, his legacy, and doing something as vengeance for his brother. So he did what Gunther did to his brother, choking him out. He choked him out. Now some people say he should have passed out as to tap. No, because it gives Jey Uso legitimacy. He did it so bad that he forced the strongest competitor in WWE right now, who has spent 93% of his career as a champion, forced him to tap out, a feat that only one other person can say. That makes Jey Uso seem like a legit champion. I perfectly love the way they did it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you look at a reign of dominance and how much you break a man that seems impossible to break, I think adds to the power of the moment and the value of what it takes to hold on to the championship. I didn't really have a problem with that at all. With Gunther, it's one thing to pin the man. And again, literally a handful of people have done it. It is even more incredible to submit the man, to break the man's body, to break Gunther down in his own hold. Both Ilya Dragunov and Jey Uso succeeded in doing that. Again, only two times I've seen the Ring General incapacitated in his entire WWE career. That goes to the value and the threat of him as a champion and the importance of beating him. I was perfectly fine with the result, and you can't argue that Gunther, he did set a pace for how strong you need to be to hold on to this championship. And yeah, Nestor, you're probably right. And good to see you, Josh McGuire. So moving on from there, of course, we have new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions as the New Day was able to beat the War Raiders. Of course, you could call it a cheat code as we saw Eric and Ivar defend those titles against Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. It was a little bit of tomfoolery as expected since the New Day's turned dark. And with a hook of the leg underneath the ropes, the side of Best Vision, the New Day once again are tag team champions. What's your thoughts regarding that? And do you think now the New Day is even more vindicated with everything they said towards Big E, despite their shortcomings?
Yeah, they're vindicated, and I love the little subtleness in their gear. Their gear was WrestleMania 9 inspired as Giant Gonzalez, but it also had three unicorns, and one of them had their head kind of disfigured. That's Big E, broken neck, hurt. So I like what they did there, and I just kind of wish that after they won, or maybe at some point post it, they just shoved the titles in Big E's face, like saying, "We did this without you." Like further that story, but instead they just kind of ran out of the ring. The match wasn't my favorite of the night. It was good for what it was. It did what it did. I knew New Day was going to win the tag title. Otherwise, why did they turn heel? But people criticize the match. I'm just here to be a wrestler. I mean a wrestling fan. I'm not here to give grades and do this and do that. So that's Aaron.
Well, yeah,
Aaron does the grading after reviews. I don't
I,
have to
yeah.
review it. I just enjoy it.
This is why he's my brother in all things professional wrestling, because he truly encompasses the Superman mentality of just your life and enjoy professional wrestling. And I want to give a shout out again, say yeah to No DQ as Aaron Ripp, of course, do his recap after Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Raw After Mania concludes, and again, for anybody that tuned in and was part of the No DQ Predictions League, Walter, you did pretty well. Shout out to our fearless friend, part of the team, Caitlin Bella, who won WrestleMania for the team. Congratulations to her, and stay tuned for the next event in the WWE Predictions League. That, of course, will be WWE Backlash that we will be covering here. Speaking of Backlash, I think it's safe to say there will be a ton of Backlash tonight in what many, I would think, would call probably the biggest betrayal right now in the modern era. Benedict Arnold's acts were not nearly as visceral or viral or threatening than what Paul Heyman did against his best friend and his tribal chief. Loyalty, family be damn. because Paul Heyman has now aligned himself with Seth freaking Rollins. It was a critical choice made by Paul Heyman when all three men were down, when he brought a steel chair in the ring, looked at CM Punk and Roman Reigns and their vulnerable states. And Roman Reigns is one guy you don't necessarily see emotion of conflict, fear, or possibly uncertainty. You could tell that he wasn't sure if Paul Heyman was going to literally give him that weapon. In the end, Paul with the subtle nod, he pushed the chair to CM Punk, set CM Punk up to literally take out the tribal chief as CM Punk says, I'm going to force you to deal with us. And he did, to a degree, till Paul Heyman stabbed his best friend again with a vicious low blow, said, you made me do this. He's my tribal chief, and presented Roman Reigns with the smoking gun. As Roman Reigns unleashed payback on CM Punk, he looked like finally a story was about to be done as he looked at a vulnerable Seth freaking Rollins back first, standing up against the ropes, shades of what happened over 10 years ago. Paul Heyman said, this is yours. The Shield, it's yours. He acknowledged it, and then he freaking stopped it. And we changed history as we know it. An emphatic low blow with force to the tribal chief, presenting the chair to Seth freaking Rollins, who sighed in relief if you looked at it closely. You thought we were going to get a sacrifice on the day of resurrection in the name of Seth freaking Rollins. It was the exact opposite. As Paul Heyman sat in the corner, let Seth hit Roman with that emphatic chair shot again to the back and curb stomp the tribal chief to win Saturday night's main event, as both Roman Reigns and CM Punk left on their own. Roman Reigns reduced now to an island of isolation, while CM Punk was left voiceless. Walter, what was your thoughts regarding that match and the fact now that Paul Heyman, as much as cockroaches survived nuclear disasters, Paul Heyman has said himself, he's been canceled and renewed 100 times over, will be canceled and renewed 100 times more over again. Paul Heyman has once again realigned himself with the best in the business. We got Paul Heyman with Seth Rollins. What did you think about this, and what do you expect to come next?
I think Seth is part of the Cena family and the Rock's family. I think it's all gonna come into fruition. But match of the night, that triple threat was freaking awesome. All three of them, they got me with the false finishes. They got me with everything. I did say Seth was gonna win. I did say that was gonna happen. And after Raw, I was like, Seth went over. Let me change it. I changed my pick, although I still said Seth was gonna win. So follow your gut, man, because I shouldn't have did that. I would have had a perfect night. But anyways, Paul Heyman. When are people going to learn to not trust him? Like, how many times does he have to turn his back on everybody before somebody goes, can't touch that guy with a 10-foot pole? He has literally turned his back on every client he has, except maybe Curtis Axel. Like, seriously, and that's because he didn't even end Cesaro, because they weren't even worth being Paul Heyman guys.
Yeah.
So, well, Cesaro did. I just feel like they didn't book him right. But
that's a different conversation. The jury's still out on that.
exactly. But yeah, I expected this, and I can't wait to see. I would start with that because I would end with the John Cena, and
yeah.
So I would start with the whole Paul Heyman and Rollins, and maybe an explanation on that.
Yeah, and again,
And I want to see the fans' reaction. Are they going to boo this man now, or are they still going to do the That's what I would like to see.
Well, I mean, again, WWE fans, professional wrestling fans, we all are very fickle. Logan James, good to see you. And of course, we're going to go into Sunday night's results and talk more about that here shortly. And that's a fair shout out. And we'll definitely keep that in tune. But to go off what you're saying, it is one of those things right now where not only has Paul Heyman betrayed pretty much every Paul Heyman guy, only one person in the history of Roman Reigns' career betrayed him. You know who that person is that stayed loyal to Roman Reigns in friendship? The AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. Everybody else has somehow stabbed Roman Reigns in the back or gotten the better of him. And once again, Seth freaking Rollins has literally architected his way towards history I guess he must have had a plan B, but it does make me wonder how long was the fix in with Seth and Paul Heyman, considering we've seen this history of rivalry with CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins pretty much the whole era right now since Raw's been on Netflix. So I really feel like that we are in for a lot of resets, and I'm very curious if CM Punk will have a rebuttal towards Paul Heyman and Seth. Will a pipe bomb actually be heard here in Las Vegas? And will we see the tribal chief again? Or is he literally gone and out of existence for now? It's a very unique atmosphere to think right now that CM Punk and Roman Reigns may not be involved in any sort of major talk ongoing, thanks to Seth Rollins' actions, who look to finally end Roman Reigns saying we don't need him and cut the cancer out of WWE that was CM Punk. How ironic, by the way, he comes in all white after the darkest of night, burning it down at WrestleMania, calling himself almost the savior of WWE, it seems. It's a very unique dynamic. But again, moving on from there, figured about again the other events that happened on Saturday night, whether or not those continue to bring fallout here tonight. Raw After Mania. We, of course, saw a storm arrive as Jade Cargill beat Naomi, and Tippy Time prevailed against the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And I believe that brings us. See how tired I am, folks. We also have a new United States champion as L.A. Knight. Yeah, he lost to the Samoan Werewolf. Jacob Fatu, talk about a wild night for the Anali bloodline. I'm just saying, and Haku couldn't be prouder. Let's go ahead and switch gears now. As we got about 8 minutes and 37 seconds according to my clock with Sunday. And thank you, Logan, for that initial thought. And DJ Mutkeen, we'll definitely talk more about that here shortly as we go in order. The women set the pace for Sunday night, where we wonder, was there truly a third wheel? Is the EST unbeatable at WrestleMania? Does Mommy deserve to be on top once again? As all three of these women came out, showed out, top this shit set up for Sunday night, and Io Sky with a tremendous timing. It was incredible back and forth trios contest, of course, amongst all three of these top tier stars in WWE. We thought that the EST was going to win after cracking the whip against Rhea and hitting her with the kiss of death, but a perfectly timed over the moonsault, Io Sky pinned Bianca Belair and retained her WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship. She also made his becoming the first Joshi, I believe, in WrestleMania history, if not in over 2 decades, to win at WrestleMania. She also continues to be undefeated in triple threats. Rhea has yet to beat Io Sky, and Bianca Belair has lost at WrestleMania for the first time. Walter, what's your thoughts towards that in the future for Io Sky WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship? To Logan James' point, and shout, we're quick to Rock and Roads! Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being part of the shenanigans last night. Logan James talking about he makes Julia makes sure to face Io Sky. We did see Julia, beautiful madness, of course, at Stand Deliver, unable to beat Stephanie Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship, and we did see her involved in the Royal Rumble. So, do you think there could be some merit in this possibly happening tonight? What do you think's next for the champion?
She is the first Japanese since oh god, now I can't even remember who it was, but he won in a pre-show way back. Yeah, it was over 20 years ago. That was the last time a Japanese person won at Mania, and it was a pre-show. This is the first time somebody did it on the main roster, and I could I'm going to correct you. You said they thought that Bianca was going to win. JJ thought that because I said Io was retaining. She was
Same, dude.
too. She was too pushed to the side and being the third wheel that I knew both of them were too focused. And the fact that she pinned the undefeated Bianca Belair, there's no excuse now. Bianca got pinned, which leads you to think that if it was one-on-one, she could have actually beat Bianca. If it was one-on-one like it should be, until Mommy cried her way into this match. Love Mommy, but you bitched your way into this match. And that's a very heelish move. Like, the fact that people love her and it's her. But I can't wait to see the future of what Io does. And I feel like she deserves a good run now. Like, please let her have a good run. I really feel like either I like that comment that Julia may be the one to challenge her. I feel like it's going to be another Japanese person. I really feel like, and I said it yesterday, mark my words, Asuka will come back. You would think that they're going to get back together. And no, she challenges her. I don't know if they stay face to face or one of them turns heel, but I feel like Asuka's going to come back and she's going to continue the Japanese history. Asuka's going to be the one to beat Io.
Definitely, Kairi Sane might be another person to put out there in the equation. As Kairi Sane, of course, watched on as Io Sky won. Of course, Kairi Sane,
Sorry to interrupt. Kyrie Sane has been hitting the dude. She gained at least 15 pounds of muscle. She is built right now. Have you seen recent pictures of her?
No, I haven't.
Holy shit, she is huge. Go ahead and tell. I'm gonna try to find a recent one.
Yeah, about to say, as Walter gives us a bit of a bodywork shot for, of course, the Pirate Princess Kyrie Sane. It is one of those things where I do think Walter has his key point here because it is one of those things to DJ Mutt King's point that Oscar might have been at the top. But again, between emotional, personal turmoil, and injury, that's one of the risks that happens in this business where you might lose your spot. But somehow Paul Heyman continues to always find his way to stay at the top of the business. Io Sky, again, felt highly underappreciated, proved everybody wrong. Maybe people only want to be Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, but Io Sky deserves being in the equation with the top echelon of the best female athletes here in the world of sports entertainment, and I think she proved that Sunday night. It's one of those things where your drive is to prove you're the absolute best. I think it's even more influence when nobody thinks you are the best. So you tell them to shut up and watch me. And that's exactly what Io did. I couldn't be more happier for Io Sky. I also picked her. Former daughter Stam, of course, endorsed by Antonio Inoki. So congratulations again to the champion. And as far as Julia showing up, we know that you never know who could show up here on Monday Night Raw. We know Roxanne's called out the NXT Women's Champion. Julia is no longer the NXT Women's Champion. And Io Shirai previously beat Utami Hayashita in Marigold. So, of course, that was where Julia was at the time. So we will see soon enough what happens here Monday night and who could confront the champion. As we are 3 minutes and 42 seconds away from Raw After Mania beginning here on Netflix. You guys can, of course, follow along with us, the conversation, hashtag Raw After Mania on the X. And, of course, we're happy to be that blind conduit to the voice here tonight and giving you all the details of the events that transpire here. So that being said, we continue to look for a picture. I know somebody brought up the fact that the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker,
All right.
maybe you got the picture real quick?
Yeah. Remember how skinny she was?
She got some abs.
She has gained at least 10, 15 pounds of muscle, dude. And that's her personal Instagram. That is her. Look.
Hey, you know what?
Look at an old picture. Thing. See how skinny she was?
Yeah,
she
exactly.
Straight built now.
Well, again, it is the Raw After Mania. This is the reset point, not just for every story in WWE, Walter, but every superstar in WWE. Whether you're a part of WrestleMania or not, this is literally day one-ish of the new season of WWE, and it starts here with Raw's Mania on Netflix. So we'll find out soon enough here. So let's go ahead and pick things up. Talking about Braun Breaker, of course, we had history made in the first ever Fatal 4-Way of WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. We saw a man die with the damnedest spear ever. And, of course, as we got a picture, of course, of the T-Mobile Arena here, timer set at 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Dominic Mysterio pinned Finn Balor, and we have a brand new Intercontinental Champion. Not only as a Latino, by the way, I'm sure you're proud of, but, of course, we followed Dominic's workhorse rate, even if he is a hated heel in WWE, and now he finally has become the workhorse champion here in WWE. Again, though, Braun Breaker was now involved in the decision, and we know how much Braun Breaker was endorsed by Paul Heyman and NXT, much to GJ Mutt Keen's point. For those that don't know, by the way, Mr. Reliable is also multitasking because he also has another job where he works from home. He is not ordering pizza. He's not a telemarketer. He is actually taking care of realistic matters. I am extremely impressed with Dominic Mysterio and the reception, but I do wonder if there's going to be a judgment call towards maybe Judgment Day's trust and leadership. Where Finn Balor said at one point we're all equals, I think Finn Balor expected Dominic Mysterio to help him win the championship or maybe give him the first title shot. It makes me wonder if Finn Balor is going to confront him tonight to possibly challenge him for the title. And folks, we are less than 90 seconds away from Raw After Mania, so prepare for the most unpredictable, wild-ass ride of your life tonight. Again, we know nothing that's going to happen as far as matches. We know we're going to hear from John Cena. We're going to talk more about that during the commercials because you know there's going to be commercial breaks. And I'm sure we're going to talk more about El Grande Americano and what else might be ahead for everybody here in WWE. As, of course, we're now heading towards Backlash. And do you believe in Joe Hendry? Could he show up here again after facing Randy Orton? We'll find out here soon enough. And I hope everybody enjoys the ride as we got less than a minute away. Getting ready for Raw After Mania here. And I don't think there's anything else I need to say. Let's freaking go. I'm just going to take a look at some of y'all's comments real quick here. DJ Mutt came with a question. Do you think they can reveal Roxanne or Alexa as the one who took out Bayley? I still think it's the priority because there's unfinished history there. Roxanne leaving Cora Jade, didn't want to be a tag team specialist. Roxanne and Bayley, who've been feuding with each other since the better part after the Royal Rumble, I think they are going to go one-on-one. It could lead to Roxanne being part of the main roster going forward. And again, to Rage Wrestling's point, he talked about Roxanne. And DJ Mudking here saying, the match in the future of Illusion with Io Sky versus Timmy Strand is going to be gold. Well, I don't think we're going to get Survivor Series, battle of bragging rights and brand supremacy, but I really would love to see that one-on-one match, or maybe even as a tag team. Again, both incredible champions, deservedly so, and they have oppositions that I'm sure are going to unfold. So I like that idea a lot, though, DJ Mutt King. And Logan James saying, I saw a photo of Hazuki, Asume, Syrian Starlight Kid watching WrestleMania. So awesome seeing they witness Io Sky, original daughter of Stardom. And again, you never know. I mean, we'll see what happens here soon enough as Raw After Mania officially starts right now. Because, folks.
I got then.
Yep, I got then as well.
Now.
Of course, we're here now.
Forever. So we're perfect?
Pretty much, I think so. And of course, Walter, you and I and this entire community are in this thing together.
Oh.
Let's friggin' do this, bro. And I'm sure we're going to talk more about the other matches here throughout the commercial breaks.
I'm pretty sure I'm just like 0.0001 second ahead of you, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And of course, we are back here once again. You are looking live at a beautiful sunny day in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, the host of WrestleMania. This is Raw on Netflix, and welcome to the Raw After Mania, the most unforgettable night of the year in the WWE calendar year, in what was a tremendous two-day showcase at Allegiant Stadium at WrestleMania. As we get a little bit of a recap.
Since they're giving that promo, I want to say one thing. People are criticizing how John Cena and Cody weren't the greatest match and it fell flat. And even I have said it, but the more I thought of it, one of the main reasons he went heel is that he said he wants to ruin wrestling. Exactly. Had he gone out there and given a 5-star match with Cody, everybody would have possibly cheered him and loved it. So to fall in line with him saying, I want to ruin wrestling, he purposely did not give you the best match of his career, because otherwise he wouldn't be ruining wrestling. It's perfect what he did. It's, now that I think about it, it's fitting. He did that purposely so that he ruins wrestling. And you pointed out yesterday, he wore the title backwards above his butt to tell the WWE universe to kiss his ass. So for those criticizing it, it was purposely done. He didn't want to give a 5-star. Otherwise, that wouldn't be ruining wrestling. WWE finally is consistent with a story, and people still not happy.
Well, Walter, you said perfectly. Again, John Cena said he was going to take everything by giving us nothing. And based on entrance and based on the match itself, he did just that. Created in WWE, breaking the record here in WWE. And of course, so many records were broken. Of course, we talked about before, Tippy Time prevailed. The acquisition of AAA, now part of the WWE TKO business merger. We saw Heel de Vikingo confront El Grande Americano, who concussed Rey Fenix. We saw Dom Mysterio rise new Intercontinental Champion. Of course, your brand, NXT, it stood and delivered. Obafemi is still the ruler. Combined attendance of 124,693. And of course, honoring the greats in the WWE Hall of Fame. It was a phenomenal 4-day streak of content, moments, storytelling, and match quality where you literally got everything. And I think that's what's most important at the end of the day. But it's also what I said on the shenanigans. WWE is redefining storytelling. And why John Cena says tonight he is going to end and ruin wrestling as we know it, whatever he's going to do is going to change the game, especially with everybody right now ready to pick up business and start fresh on this reset with Raw After Mania on Netflix. And of course, right now, they're talking about all the headlines. They're talking about everything that transpired. Joe Hendry having a WrestleMania moment again. And you called it, by the way. I owe you all the comeuppance. Congratulations. Walter, you are brilliant. And of course, the man came back around, and we got Lyra 2 belts. Lyra Curia now both WWE Women's Tag Team and still the inaugural WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. As we look back at the event that transpired Saturday night with Paul Heyman betraying not only his tribal chief, but his best friend, and aligning himself at the top of the business once again with Seth freaking Rollins. And you literally talked about the minimalism that John Cena did in saying what he was going to do to Cody Rhodes and what he was going to prove. Again, John Cena, he wanted to be the bad guy. He finally is. Cody refused to be the bad guy, wanted to be the good guy, and now it costs him to be the guy. At the end of the day, John Cena is now Mr. 17. He holds the record in WWE, and he is about to change professional wrestling as we know it tonight here on Raw. And Travis Scott may not be too far.
Sometimes embracing the other side of you helps. Like Cody should have just embraced it. He already hit John Cena with the crossover twice on promos. He battled him. He talked crap about him. What would have been the difference of hitting him with the title? Like he was his own worst enemy. Like I don't understand that conflict he had when he already has proven that he can show a different side of him.
And again, as we just talked about during our pre-show and what you just pretty much capped, there you see, I don't even know what you call him anymore. Is he an advocate? Is he a manager? Is he a leech? Is he the devil walking? Is he still the wise man? There you see Paul Heyman with Seth freaking Rollins.
Looking like Dick Tracy with that yellow suit, but he's an architect advocate.
And of course, the brand new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the man Becky Lynch, of course, alongside Lara Valkyria, and of course, the champions have put in their contractually obligated rematch. We will see Becky and Lara defend those titles against the very women they beat, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan Knight on Monday Night Raw.
He could be the Curious George to the man with the yellow hat because that's what Seth looks like too.
Yeah, well, how curious are you with Dominic Mysterio when it comes to his first defense for the Intercontinental title? Because tonight he goes one-on-one with Penta and Cyril Miero.
Oh, shoot. I'm glad they didn't pre-announce everything. I'm liking this.
And so far, this is a great outlook so far. And of course, yeet! There's our new World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso. The man did adorn in the black and gold. First day for main event Jey Uso leading Monday Night Raw. And we go inside a T-Mobile Arena. What are we getting off with?
Seth, please.
I know.
Cena.
Oh, shit. 2 words, 1 man, no flash pizzazz, but our 17-time undisputed WWE champion, John Cena. Indeed, you can see him, but he refuses to see all of you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to Survivor Studios as we are talking about Raw After Mania. This is, of course, Monday Night Raw on Netflix, the most unpredictable Monday night of the year. Walter Cruz, Noah Fawcett, we are super reliable, and we are happy to bring you our coverage of reactions and be the conduit to you in the events that transpire tonight with Raw on Netflix. Again, Walter, John Cena did it. He said what he was going to do. He did it by doing literally as minimal as possible. And now he's the 17-time WWE champion who says tonight he's going to ruin wrestling.
And he has that 17, which I called on the side plate. Literally, didn't I call that we're going to do that for the title?
You did.
And I bet you they bring back the old one.
Beating Randy Orton, Triple H, and the Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair. John Cena now can be called the greatest of all time in WWE, winning number 17. And again, the last time is now. He said he was going to take this home forever. But what does he mean by ruining wrestling forever with that statement? What backlash is to follow tonight? And will we see somebody confront the new undisputed WWE champion?
Because he's going to be the last undisputed champion. I'm hoping it's Randy Orton in his hometown of St. Louis next month. And there you are. There's that. Look at that side plate. This is number 17.
Yeah, he's going to tell you it loud and proud. And you got to consider, no matter what, based on the character, John Cena deserves this, even if he's going to pretend that he didn't necessarily had to hear us say that. And of course, he stands alone. There is no Rock. There is no Travis Scott. There is no other things going on here but some pyro. He cuts the music. And it looks like John Cena is about to speak.
He's pointing at something. I'm telling you, I get the feeling he's going to end up bringing back that spinner with the 17 in the middle. He's
That's
asking
a
for
new.
a mic.
Yeah, but he's actually asking for somebody to come in the ring. It looks like with a mic. I think that's the new ring announcer they hired on SmackDown.
Uh,
And Nick Nash or whatever. But wait a minute,
yeah,
they're having him stand on the apron with the microphone.
I don't know. Is he gonna force him to reintroduce him?
I don't know, but John Cena's taking it in right now. Again, the chance that have really defined John Cena's career, Walter. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
Really
This is
quick,
a
can you
very good
hear?
atmosphere.
Can you hear my feed?
No,
Okay, because I want to try to hear what he says. That's why I asked that.
that's fair. And I'll let you be the transcript then. It looks like he's finally bringing him in the ring. And I'll go ahead and do the banner. Let's hear what's on the mind of the last real WWE champion. It looks like he's got a piece of paper. I think you're right. I think he wants an introduction here, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
There's a statement here being made.
He's probably gonna force him to introduce him as the last WWE champion.
Yeah, I think you're on to something.
My sincerest apologies. I've been informed that my announcement is seemed as disrespectful.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time, the now 17, embracing Las Vegas with his presence, the last real champion, John Cena. I told you he was going to force him to say the last one.
Yeah, I'll give this Nash guy credit. That was not bad.
Uh-huh.
Not more information needs to be needed after that introduction.
Mm-hmm. He's bringing him back up? Does he just want the mic this time? Yep.
All right, let's hear it from the man himself. You be the transcript, Walter. See what we got to say.
Just holding up the title right now.
The 17 plate.
Rewrite history. You are not worthy.
Hmm?
You think that on Friday you can bully me. Then I step in a ring with gold on my waist. And just because you cheer, I'm supposed to forgive you? That's not how a functional relationship works. You think that's the way you treat your wife? No, it's not.
I wouldn't know. I've never been married.
It's not. He's right. Is that the way you're going to treat a kid as a parent? That's not how a functional relationship works. Just because you show up in a good mood, and I'm going to still tell you to go straight to hell.
Damn.
Every damn one of you owes me an apology and don't have the courage to do it. Make the noise. This is forever the show that you hijacked Monday Night Raw. Talking about the Raws after Mania. You're here for all of WrestleMania. This is a big, expensive tickets that you get to take control, right? All of you have gone soft. And now he got them to say Cena sucks.
No, the crowd is literally chanting, "We are sorry, Walter."
Oh, now they are apologizing.
That's a first.
You are sorry. Bunch of sorry sons of bitches. I bet you he'll say some shit like that. For those trying to make it out at home, he said, "We are sorry." Let me do a quick once over.
Hey, you're right. You're right, Walter. We aren't sorry.
Yep, that's a group of the sorriest low lifes I've ever seen. I told you he was gonna say something like that. I just put oomph in it. He didn't. Here's the best part. You don't mean anything to me. I need to hear some voices. Let's go.
Asshole Chance rating out now.
This is Cena, not Vince McMahon.
No kidding.
I may be an anus, but you're a group of idiots. 25 years, you've called me so much worse. I've taken your best shot and always come back. What makes you think you're going to be the crowd that cracks me right here, right now? Huh? Go ahead, you mean nothing to me. Your noise means nothing to me.
Damn. Thank you, Kitty Cat, for that $3 super sticker. Appreciate you as always.
The only thing that meant anything to all of our lives is that. 36 dates, that's all he has left. I told you at the beginning of the year. 36 dates, I'm gone.
Start the countdown, folks.
Time passes so quickly, we have no idea. The time and time you've already lost. Netflix debut, Indianapolis, Toronto, London.
What?
One of those.
What?
Toronto,
What?
Las Vegas,
What?
Las Vegas,
What?
Las Vegas. He has
What?
27 dates left.
Oh, jeez.
He 36 with the total. And we're already down 27. He said not matches, appearances. Not matches. He said, "You say I can't wrestle. I don't have to. I just got to show up and do this."
That's fair. He's not wrong.
When that hits 0, the professional timeline stops. Cold. What is this? An Avenger movie? I'm not stupid like you. I know there'll be another Monday Night Raw. I know they'll decide another champion. But the title held by Bruno Sammartino, the title held by Roman Reigns for over 1,000 days, the title by CM Punk, the Game, Heartbreak Kid, Stone Cold Steve Austin, comes home with me. I am the last real champion. So he's literally trying to cut off the lineage for the title.
Take it home and take
That's
it
what he means. That's what he means by ruining wrestling. He said this was the hard part. The rest is the cakewalk. All I got to do is keep playing you like the puppets you are. The best chance you guys to have to save yourself. I didn't hear the rest. What did he say? The best chance you had to save yourself?
Was Cody Rhodes.
You heartless bastards. You boo him on Friday, then you charge him on Sunday. And I say his name. And the man that we put on our shoulders last year to finish this story. That's what's wrong with this. That's why last night Cody Rhodes was outshined, outclassed, out wrestled, and flat out destroyed. Time for you to take a bold look in the mirror. And here's the truth. There is no one in the WWE with the strength, the speed, the wisdom, or the ruthless aggression. It sounds like he's describing Braun Breaker of John Cena. He just literally described Braun Breaker, right?
Pretty much to a T.
Unlike you, I have a heart. And I would like to do something nice for you right now.
What?
Pull out your cameras. You're going to want to remember this. Please tell me he brings back the other title. Make sure to get a great picture. Because the last champion is here. And Randy Orton just popped up behind him.
John Cena!
Oh,
RKO Randy Orton! Out of nowhere!
He literally slithered in the ring out of everywhere. Out of nowhere, I should say.
I guess John Cena didn't hear those voices.
And out of nowhere, an old rivalry renewed.
The three most dangerous letters in WWE just dropped the last real champion in the middle of the ring.
Oh my God! And look how he's holding that title. Orton gonna seek his 15th.
And stop John Cena from taking all that history.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just got our main event for Backlash.
Yep.
How many times have you seen that type before, Walter?
Yep. We've seen that 13 other times. Or 14.
The last real champion has 28 dates left, and the next date very well might be in the Vipers' hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, as Randy Orton might look to add to his legacy and preserve the continued legacy of the WWE history. Randy Orton just dropped John Cena.
Like a bad habit.
About to say, John Cena is not the only OG here that literally personified themselves to such a personification of Cerebro with wisdom beyond their years. Let's not forget how many times the Viper Randy Orton, Legend Killer, WWE's Apex Predator, has gone to war with John Cena over that championship.
Listen to the crowd sing his entire theme.
In this alternative universe, John Cena is the heel, Randy Orton's the face. I just want to put that in perspective.
Right?
Man.
Kitty Cat thinks he might do it. He destroys him and forces him to go back face. I think he won't go face till almost his last date, maybe 27 days from now.
Well, again, Randy
Or
Orton.
27 dates.
20, yeah, make sure you got that right. 27 dates, not days, folks. But thank you, Randy Orton, again, on the most unpredictable night of the calendar year. Monday Night Raw on Netflix starts off with a bang, and John Cena right now has literally given us a deadline to the end, why Randy Orton might look to stop it. Be interested to see how this develops and what Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce decide right now. Again, still so much more to figure out and cover here, as that was just opening segment, folks. And thank you, Walter, for the transcript. As, of course, we go back to Saturday, Walter. Bailey was taken out backstage ahead of Lyra and Kerr challenging Liv Morgan and Raquel for the tag titles. But the man came back to town, back to business, and helped Lyra win her second championship. Lyra 2 belts, thanks to previously Becky 2 belts. The man and Lyra rule the WWE Women's Division. Of course, finally getting revenge on Liv Morgan after we haven't seen the man for a year. After Liv Morgan beat her in a steel cage and, of course, beat her for the Women's Heavyweight Championship. Redemption found by Becky Lynch.
I'm not the biggest Liv fan, but she had one of the best outfits in WrestleMania. And
well, it looks like we're going to
Liv,
go. Well, it looks, yeah, about to say, you watch her all the time, about to watch her again. Let's see if she can actually, once again, get revenge. Time for a WWE Women's Tag Team Championship rematch.
They're going to give us a rematch? I didn't even see they announced that.
Yep. I think the ring announcer was a little bit stuck to your point. About to say, yeah, announcer, you got your ad together. Good grief. I think he was also dumbfounded by John Cena. All right. Whew. Man, talk about a red hot start.
So they're gonna challenge Becky and Liv.
Yep,
I
Liv
mean
Morgan.
Becky and
Go ahead.
Becky and Lyra.
That's correct. It's a WrestleMania rematch, folks. This isn't WrestleMania Backlash. This is Raw on Netflix. Liv Morgan Raquel look to become 4-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Becky Lynch, the man. Lyra Valkyria, the Valkyrie. It's a tag title rematch next with Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
Okay, and whoever wins is going to defend the title tomorrow.
Correct. Of course, you and JJ will be calling, of course, the NXT after WrestleMania. We know that Gigi Dolan and Tam Paxley will challenge the winners of this match for those Women's Tag Team Champions tomorrow in NXT. After we have a commercial break, fuck television, fuck streaming. But we can go ahead and regroup ourselves. Again, I want to acknowledge Kitty Cat in the chat. Thank you again for that $3 super sticker. Always appreciate you. Great friend here of the Super Reliable Studios. Well, Walter, you gave the transcript. So what did you think about everything John Cena said and where he's trying to literally halt, in your words, the WWE timeline? Time waits for no man. Time is ongoing, but John Cena feels like he could literally halt it altogether if he gets through these remaining days and takes home that championship. And of course, right now, he's also on the phone. So we'll get the rebuttal from him real quick after he's done with that. Let's go ahead and take a look at your comments here real quick. That's funny. Daddy's home. We know mommy might be also in the house. And it took them 20 years to sing Voices. And again, beautifully done. Again, the 3 most dangerous players in WWE, RKO. And boy, did John Cena learn that once again the hard way. And Matthew talking about how Liv is supporting her squeeze. Of course, Dirty Dominant Mysterio will be defending his Intercontinental Championship later on tonight, this evening. Shout out to the big baller, Big G. Hey, my brother. Well, thanks for tuning into our coverage. Always appreciate you as always. Following folks on the social medias. And of course, he is always happy to be here and always happy to engage with wrestling. Good to see the baller in the chat. Hope he and his family are doing well. Appreciate it as always. And again,
hey,
folks, go ahead, Walter.
I was just saying, hey, Big G.
There you
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, about to say, I hope you had a wonderful birthday. And again, everyone had a wonderful Easter weekend, whether you pumped it up, went egg hunting, or enjoyed WrestleMania, or a combination of all three, or something else outside of that. And thank you all for bringing us into your Monday evening as we get things back to normal here, and what truly feels like for everybody a reset. Hope everyone's having a good time. Please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. We're up to a red hot start so far. We got WrestleMania Backlash ahead with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on the line here when we come back from this commercial break. And as I was asking you, Walter, what do you think about John Cena's declaration come the end of the year? If he's still the champion, he will halt the timeline and take home the WWE legacy as we know it.
It makes sense. But you know what? Technically, after the Undisputed Championship and everything, and they combined it, that might not be the same title that everybody had. It's designed to be, but after the Universal title and everything they did, I think the timeline was already reset. But that's neither here or there.
Yeah, there's definitely a certain aspect to that. And Big G saying, y'all killing it. You guys made so many. Thank you once again for the kind words. And thank you to those that acknowledge our reactions where we stream all the biggest shows across all things wrestling. Again, after tomorrow night, stay tuned. As of course, we'll be back here with Sleep Predicting Thursday night with TNA Rebellion. And of course, you can cash in that we are not letting up anytime soon with our reactions and coverage. And we go back to the City of Angels with a double feature on that Saturday, Walter. Not only do we have Worlds collide with AAA and NXT, but we have Money in the Bank to see who can cash their way to the future championship opportunity. Who will stand above the rest in Los Angeles, Saturday, June 7th. Stay tuned for more on that, folks.
Do not put it past somebody to cross over from AAA to be in that Money in the Bank ladder match.
And of course, WWE, of course, coming to us from the Intuit Dome with the Netflix era, of course, literally began. Again, Los Angeles, California, Saturday, June 7th. Worlds Collide, AAA, NXT, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Kia Forum, and Money in the Bank from the Intuit Dome, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There we go. Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy. Man, he came to the casino half hour away from me, and I freaking couldn't go because I had to work. But man, I still want to see him in person.
About to say, I think you and him would hit it off very easily, Walter, being perfectly honest. Of course, the
I don't
stars
know
are out
who Rana
tonight.
Takubati is.
Yeah, Rana Nadu now streaming on Netflix. Of course, we are in the Netflix era, and the stars are out here. And there's the Pat McAfee show crew taking it in front row at ringside. Boy, Pat McAfee's been busy this week, and I'll tell you that much. Dadgum.
Oh, Raquel shouting them out.
Well,
They
let's
got
be fair. Let's be fair here, Walter. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, and speaking of your NXT, there is the future challengers, Tatum Paxton and Gigi Dolan in the audience. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee were very biased, but straightforward, saying, Liv Morgan, you're scared. I think there's a lot of truth to that we saw last night. As we welcome the man back home on Monday Night Raw, the man's come back to town, and it's time to hit the big time. And it's
Jeff,
so good to see Lyra.
Big G, to your question, not tonight, tomorrow. Look how she's already taken over. Why they got to come out to her theme?
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, again, it's a reset, dude. So anything could happen. Becky 2 belts now alongside Lyra 2 belts, the woman that took the NXT Women's Championship and the woman that Becky Lynch has literally endorsed as the pioneer to lead this business.
Who had she had a title. Went the last time she went to NXT to defend it, she lost. So if she wins here, guess what? She's got to face that demon tomorrow.
And of course, Lyra Valkyria, the inaugural WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, beating Dakota Kai, defended successfully 4 times, including against Raquel Rodriguez. Why Becky Lynch got her revenge against Liv Morgan. And of course, 1 year ago, she was previously challenging for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. You gotta wonder, even though Becky Lynch is a tag team champion, does she want to be a double champion once again? And maybe she has sights on Io Sky's prize.
Maybe. Oh, also, correct me if I'm wrong. The last time she went down and lost the NXT title, wasn't it to Lyra?
That's exactly right. And that's what launched Lyra in the stratosphere. We are literally just under 1 year when Lyra Valkyria was drafted to Monday Night Raw. And in 1 year, she made the finals of the Clean and Lean tournament. She became the inaugural Intercontinental Championship. She had her first WrestleMania moment alongside Becky Lynch, and she comes into Monday Night Raw as a double champion.
We can possibly live in the world where Becky has the Intercontinental Women's Championship and Seth has the World Heavyweight Championship in a crazy power couple if they play their cards right.
Well, we know that WWE loves to slow burn things, and we'll see soon enough as, again, everything resets starting tonight, despite what John Cena is trying to do and stopping the timeline. Bell rings are underway for this WWE Women's Tag Championship contest, and you know Liv Morgan was going to be pissed off, immediately going after the man, Becky Lynch, in the corner, as Liv Morgan did not have her WrestleMania moment. Wait a little time. Liv Morgan, of course, like I said, the former WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion, a 3-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. All 3 of those reigns was with Raquel Rodriguez coming out hot with the shotgun dropkick. Here's the cover, hooked in her leg, got a 2 counts.
Her moment was looking up at the lights last night.
And you can tell Liv Morgan wants to win this back quickly. I don't think Liv Morgan wants to be in the ring anymore with Becky Lynch than she has to. Shout out to Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, Kathy Kelly, Jackie Redmond, and Mark Nash, the Raw correspondence team here, Raw on Netflix.
Do you actually think they would do that? Do all that? Make Becky come back just to lose the title a day later? I don't think they're winning back the titles tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if it was smart for the champions to cash in so soon with the momentum that Lyra's been riding on, blind tag made by Lyra. But again, maybe Liv has a plan. We don't know. I mean, she might be on a new revenge tour for all we know. Nice double hip toss here by Lyra and Becky. Lyra now legal, by the way.
I mean, Judgment Day facing a lot of problems with what happened between Carlito and Finn Balor already. So are their minds even focused on the titles right now?
Yeah,
there's a lot of there's a lot of distractions going on back there.
Well, we talked about before how things might be literally falling apart within the Judgment Day. Now, Donna Mysterio, Liv Morgan squeeze, is Intercontinental Champion. Nice stomach there by Lyra. Raquel coming in now in the fray. Of course, Raquel returned last year and helped Liv Morgan preserve that Women's Heavyweight Championship. What a great use of momentum by Lyra there. Rolling kick, taking out Raquel. And right now, Lyra single-handedly getting the better of the previous tag team champions.
Becky coming in illegally, I might add. She did not get a tag.
It looks like they might want to do a little double team drop kick. Wiping out Liv and Raquel on the outside. Tag champions are rolling right now. This match continues here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Commercial break. Fuck television. Or streaming. I'm not sure what to call it. It is one of those things, though, that the man, Becky Lynch, did go gaga, not Lady Gaga. And I don't know if she has a poker face, but I don't know if a heel turn when she just came back is the right approach for the man, despite what her husband did. And, of course, we'll still hear later tonight from Paul Heyman and Seth freaking Rollins. So we'll find out here soon enough. As again, he's taking a call here. Big G figuring that the Becky turn heel. You want the biggest moments, the Raw to WrestleMania, I can understand, but the man just came back last night. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if they can get through Tuesday night, by the way, too, we're being perfectly honest, because I think, honestly, Tatum Paxley, Gigi Dolan versus Lyra and Becky is a match I'd rather see more than Liv and Raquel versus Gigi and Tatum. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, about to say, of course, Walter, you called that fatal four-way with JJ. Shout out to Mega Wrestling JJ Woods. Of course, you both stand delivered phenomenally. Congratulations on your great stand. What do you think about Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley's tag team dynamic since they became a tag team? The freakiest tag team in NXT.
Freakiest tag team. Shock. That was the last team I thought was winning that fatal four-way. But, where the hell was Shotzi? That was the first time JJ pointed out. That was the first time we saw her in weeks or months. I don't know if she was dealing with something personally, but we'll see. But yeah, I like that team, and I really think they got a chance. And I would just love it if just give me that somebody dominates this tag division and actually continuously defends it so that it means something. I really like my Tessa Blanchard, Charlotte Flair idea.
Right.
You need two people like that to elevate this title. And whoever wins can be transitional tag titles for that.
And, of course, Charlotte Flair lost against Tiffany Stratton Saturday night at WrestleMania as TV Time still prevailed and humbled a queen. I'm sure we'll hear from Charlotte Flair, though, Friday night. We don't see her tonight, as, of course, that will be on Friday Night SmackDown. I don't know if we're going to cover the Friday Night SmackDown, folks. Stay tuned for more on that. And also to your point, Walter, Tessa Blanchard, she's got bigger business to attend to as, of course, this coming Sunday in Los Angeles at Rebellion, she'll be challenging Masha Slamovich for the TNA Knockouts World Championship.
She's got a chance to win, too, man. Woo! I can't wait for this. Tessa and Masha. Woo! And Masha's literally been a defending champion, defending across all brands, even showed up on Bloodsport. Like, oh, my God. Yeah, it's going to be a banger.
That's putting it politely, because Masha is going to kill her, considering Tessa attacked her literal trainer, an old man in a hospital. That's making as personal as it gets. As we are back here at Raw on Netflix right now, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions on the line. Becky Lynch, Lara Kira defending against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Next challengers tomorrow night for NXT are also in the building. Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan, who won the Rad Stand delivered Saturday morning. Fatal 4 elimination tag team match. Nice step up there. Takes Raquel down. Critical moment in this match here for Lyra to make the tag to Becky Lynch.
Damn, Lyra's athletic. That was the way she flipped the roll up. That was crazy.
Aloy Falcon has always been dynamic in her striking. I've known that since I followed her work in NXT UK, and prior to that, of course, we talked about earlier, Lyra endorsed by Becky to be the pioneer, the lead women here in wrestling. The man's in with Liv Morgan now, taking Liv down with the clotheslines and the single leg kick. Of course, the man, Becky Lynch, big time Bex, who's done everything here in WWE.
Literally.
Or in the corner with the big elbow strike. Raquel sidestep, crashing into her partner. And Becky right now getting the better of both the challengers. That boot almost looked like it caught Liv in the throat there. And Becky right now is feeling it, Walter. Bex floater.
Mm-hmm.
Cover. Put the near leg. Back press. 2 count only.
I say that too, Big G. That they're literally the. What was the little nickname they gave them? Because it's what the Powerpuff Girls are made out of. That's why they said that.
Chemical X. When I was
Chemical X.
When I was watching me lad, I watched Cartoon Network, so I know exactly that reference. Oh, looking for the man who slammed Liv Morgan with the roll through, shoulders down, roll up, Becky reverse roll up though. Raquel Rodriguez on the
Bless the cameraman.
Oh, and a code breaker. As Liv sent Becky into Becky countering Oblivion, hooking up Liv. Man, slam! Cover! To retain, Raquel saves the match.
Is that a Roshi or Becky? She pretty much did the rock bottom.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what the Mayhem Slam basically is, if we're being perfectly honest. But then again, it doesn't matter as Raquel drags Liv and makes the tag. Raquel Rodriguez, former NXT Women's Champion, might I add. Jawbreaker by Becky Lynch creates separation. Lyra nowhere to be found in the apron right now, by the way. Becky right now preferably in a handicap match here.
All the women just getting all they deserve. Speaking of that, where the hell's Nia Jax been?
The fridge? They must have closed her and not open her up back for sale. I don't know. In all honesty, I have no idea, dude. And Lyra right now coming up to the apron as Becky's looking to hook Raquel right now, pausing for a superplex. Blind tap made by Lyra. Becky and Lyra looking for a 2-for-1. I sense something big coming out here out of the corner. Trying to go. And Liv, spring up to the second. Cartwheel, sunset flip, powerbomb. Right on Becky Lynch.
Damn, that was nice. Liv just showed some strength.
And Lyra right now trying to take Raquel over with the Frankenstein up at the strength of Raquel coming into play. And Raquel has Lyra hooked inside second, hoisting her up high. Oh, good grief. Lyra, you're not about to fly. Power bomb out the corner. Drapes the arm. We got new champ kick out 2.5.
Dude, I thought it was over. Holy shit.
Take a look at the replay here. Liv Morgan with the cartwheel, sunset power bomb of sorts, running Becky Lynch down the middle of the ring. And Raquel might as well plant Lyra through the earth with that power bomb. Drape the arm over, and to your point, this match continues.
Dude, I thought it was over. Liv showing that she has her own strength. Raquel isn't just the only muscle.
Over 19,000 crammed the T-Mobile Arena for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Raquel and Liv Morgan looking to reverse what happened last night at WrestleMania, while Lyra and Becky looking to continue to create history. Oh, went for the Chicola bomb. Nice drop kick by Lyra. Creates separation.
They are the legal competitors.
I'm about to say, yeah, this match is kind of broken down already, but I think Becky was broken by Liv, so right now Lyra might have to go at it alone, trying to hoist up Raquel. I'm not sure how wise this is, though. Out of the corner. Trying to take Raquel. Take it down to DDT. Tornado DDT connects.
Damn.
And Lyra not going for the cover. There's something about the fight that makes Lyra just feel so alive. It's that hunger in her heart to prove that she's the best. Want to be one of the best of all time. And hoisting up Raquel! Nightwing! Cover! And Liv puts Raquel's foot on the bottom rope. You gotta be kidding me.
Cheater!
And now Becky running into Liv in the ground and pound the outside. That bad blood point over from last year. Becky Mano slam counter. Face first to the ring post goes the man. And Valkyria, though, takes out Liv on the outside. Non-legal competitor.
I feel bad for the ref trying to control all this, man.
And now Lyra looking to climb up top and soar for the night once again. Raquel but got out of the way. Might treat the knee. Big boot by Raquel. Might took Lyra's lights out. Cover to regain the titles. Kick at 2.
Wow. Dude. This is just the opening contest, too.
Again, you're setting the pace for the next year in WWE. They do not start in January. They start after WrestleMania. Now a little bit of double team as Raquel hoists up Liv. And a powerbomb powerbomb Liv onto Lyra. As, of course, Liv's a masochist for this punishment. Still an effective weapon nonetheless.
Hey, you did say that you love when people use each other as weapons in the tag team.
It works, in my opinion. Liv looking to take Lyra into oblivion. Lyra able to counter it, though. Step Zaguri takes Liv down. And Liv is legal, by the way. She made the tag. And once again, Lyra looking to hit Liv. And Raquel, once again, coming to the end of her partner. Becky Lynch, though, trying to pull the anchor of Raquel away. Pushed off, though. Driven to the floor, and once again, Lyra takes Raquel down, and Raquel inadvertently goes into Becky. Turn around, Lyra! Turn around! Liv looking to send Lyra into oblivion! Lyra covered. Liv Morgan McCallum done it.
Holy shit! So it was just about the moment. You know what? Didn't I say that yesterday though? They lose the titles and then Becky blames Lyra and that's what makes her go heel.
And then apparently, to your point, Walter, it was a miscue where Raquel crashed into Becky. That split second allowed Liv to send Lyra to oblivion. And Liv and Raquel are now 4-time women's tag team champions and will defend those titles tomorrow night against Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan.
Wow. So yesterday was literally about the moment.
Yeah, go ahead and call the replays here, dude. I'd be damn.
Yeah, Lyra there's the accidental running into her. Then Liv catches her with Oblivion right in the center of the ring. Oh, I like the way she sold that. Yeah, no, the way she sold it though.
Yeah, exactly. Put up upright. And look at that face of Liv Morgan. She was hell bent on revenge, and she got it. A very disappointed Becky Lynch.
So
Lyra.
my theory for tomorrow's wrong. She's probably about to go heel now today, Big G.
I think Big G Fury might be right here. Again, a very tough loss for Lyra and Becky.
Well, that's your new Intercontinental Champion right there, Becky. Watch.
We'll see here. Again, backlash might literally come into effect here as Becky embraces Lyra here. Oh, no! Takes her down a clothesline, and the man's become unhinged!
I told y'all it was going to happen. I just called the date wrong.
Big G, you were right.
Just wrong date. And now that IC title is going to mean something when Becky does it. There's no way you turned her husband and then try to keep Lynch as a face.
Well, you don't want to lose the Raw on Netflix literally one day later when you come back at WrestleMania and win gold and celebrate, not just with somebody you respect, but your own damn daughter.
Asuka.
Is she not done yet, Walter? I'm sorry, but Becky is still assaulting the Intercontinental Champion.
I was going to say, ask Zack Ryder about all that, winning at WrestleMania and then losing the next Raw.
Yeah, but unlike Zack Ryder, he didn't assault who literally caused that. Becky has lost it.
I told you. I just called the wrong date. Yeah. It was obvious that's where they were going.
I mean, Lyra right now sitting in disbelief, not only with the loss, but with this hatred being thrown against her, against literally somebody she held up as her idol, her mentor.
The power couple's coming, Noah.
And Becky with the man-out slam to Lyra.
That's your new book. I'm telling you now, that's your new Intercontinental Champion.
And again, a second man-out slam.
And you know what? They need somebody like that to elevate that title because they've been wishy-washy with that title.
Well, we call it a workhorse championship, and Becky Lynch is a workhorse, but I will not deny what Lyra's been as the inaugural champion with more challenges than Chelsea Green. Oh, no, and Becky is not done yet.
No, well, we may be looking at backlashes. This is the backlash event.
Oh, come on, Becky, that's enough.
Hey, man, she came back and Lyra ruined it. She didn't get pinned. Lyra did.
Well, you got to think about this, though. Again, Lyra modeled her career after someone like Becky Lynch. And this is the example she wants to lead.
Well, you modeled the career after me, then you need to know how to become better and win. You lost the very next day. You lost your first title defense. It pissed Becky off. Well, you ruined. Lyra literally just ruined Becky's moment of coming back by losing.
Well, as the week of moments and betrayals and moments here continue here, hopefully Lyra is okay, more so emotionally than physically. Let's go back to the highlight of the night, brought to us by Minimate here as we regroup. Raw on Netflix continues, and again, WrestleMania gave us so much history, so many moments, including Saturday night, where Seth freaking Rollins burned it down at the expense of the OTC, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. It was the first triple threat in WrestleMania history to main event, not concerning a championship as well. It was more about, as you talked about, a favor. It came down to choice. It came down to Paul Heyman. It was a way to try and close the book on the turmoil and hatred with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth freaking Rollins. It was a matter of who was going to be able to feel vindicated and resolve in the end. We didn't know which way it was going to go until the end. At one point, we thought the Shield were going to unite and take out CM Punk. The Shield, by the way, brought in by CM Punk as an insurance policy when he was the WWE champion. It was anyone's match at any given moment, but the most critical turn was when Paul Heyman made one last choice. That has changed everything as we know it, Walter. And you could talk more about that.
He slid it to CM Punk. I literally called it, said I'm sorry to Tribal Chief. Then look at his low blow. Just a nice normal low blow. When he gets to Roman, man, he dug into that. There was so much behind the Roman Reigns. And
And to your
man,
point,
Roman's teeth are whiter than the damn ropes, man. He got some veneers or something.
I like the way
Look
you're
at me.
capturing Paul Heyman's emotion because I noticed something here. Paul Heyman, when he betrayed CM Punk, he was tearful. He was sad.
Uh-huh.
But look at this reflection when Roman Reigns was betrayed by Paul Heyman, and look at Paul's demeanor.
Well, Paul has been through hell. You remember Roman had when Jimmy and Jay were still part of the bloodline, he had them attack Paul Heyman. So could be vengeance for Heyman back. You remember that?
Well, yeah, but I also know this. Never trust Paul Heyman, and when you dance with the devil, you're bound to get burned. As Seth freaking Rollins burned it down WrestleMania Saturday, pinning Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman not only watching, but endorsing.
When you make
What
a deal,
does this mean?
when you make a deal, read the fine print. That's all.
Yeah, well, another deal with the devil has been made, and Paul Heyman's back on top of the business. Still to come later on tonight, Seth freaking Rollins and Paul Heyman will be here, but of course we have new WWE World Tag Team Champions in the New Day. Of course, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, as we have Killer Cross watching on. And we'll see the Tag Champions next when Monday Night Raw returns here on Netflix.
The New Day. Big G thinks Fraxium is stepping up to the plate.
As we got a moment to breathe, again, fuck television. I'm glad you're not doing your count here tonight. Big G, love you, brother. Matt go with saying, wow, and good for them. I mean, literally a turnaround in less than 24 hours. Like you said, it was literally about the moment, and Liv got her revenge just like that. You could tell how bad she wanted that revenge on her face. And to Big G's point, it's one of those things where the worst thing sometimes you could do is meet your heroes. There you go. It just goes to show that human beings are still as crooked as the day is long. And
Well,
go ahead.
for your countdown thing, like the something I don't want to wear a gimmick into the ground.
That's fair enough. I respect that. Besides, SmackDown is too long as it is. It deserves more than any other show. Fans are fickle. It's also the Raw to WrestleMania. It's not a standard audience. So, Nathan, it wouldn't surprise me right now if they were 50-50 because this is the most fickle audience of the year. John Cena was right, at least in that retort.
They're going to boo her. They're going to eventually boo her.
Well, they were booing her a moment ago, according to Jamboree 20. I appreciate him. And, of course, you called Hank and Tank. I didn't think they were going to do it. They did the unthinkable, I thought. They beat Fraxum, and your NXT now as new NXT Tag Team Champion. So we called so long that we thought Fraxum was going to break up, and they never did. So now it's a new leash on life. But we did see David Frazier go in singles action against Rey Fenix in his SmackDown debut. So do you think the team still holds on a little longer and stay as a duo here, or do you think they finally go their separate ways?
Like Journey, they should go their separate ways, but Big G might be onto something. They might show up tonight to challenge the New Day because usually the Raw After Mania is when people make their debut from NXT and things like that. And they literally have beaten everybody in NXT. Every team they have beaten. And, you know, my reverse psychology finally worked. I told you the only reason I picked them is because every time I go against them, I lose. So I figured I'd do the reverse and it would work, which it did.
It finally worked in your favor. It was freaking broken clocks right at least twice a day, and a blind squirrel can find their nuts, and Walter can be right in his own weird ways. Freaking Walter Domus here with Joe Henry showing up last night at WrestleMania. Big G so far is 1-for-1 with the Becky Lynch heel turn. Figuring if Becky will join Seth and Heyman, going off of your cause and effect with a power couple going booga booga here on Monday Night Raw, and will Becky, like you said, go after Lyra, continue to become Grand Slam, and Kids become the second ever WWE Women's Continental Champion, or will she target Io and go for the greater prize, which is the Women's World Heavyweight Champion? We still have yet to see Io Sky tonight, too, so that's another thing to think about. And she did beat Mommy already, but we know Mommy is on Monday Night Raw. Bianca's not, but you know Bianca is going to be hell-bent on getting that win back as well, so there's still a lot that could be unfolded here tonight when it comes to that title.
I think in the build to Backlash, things will become more clear.
Well,
Uh,
again, we know
you
that
got
backlash is definitely going to ensue after what we've seen so far in literally the first hour.
you got to
Continue.
wonder what's next for Cody, because Cody's got to feel like he let the entire WWE universe down.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just tried American Nightmare last night, literally saying I'm sorry to Kathy Kelly while he and his wife boarded the bus.
Last year, with finishing the story, he finally got a monkey on his back. This year, he welcomed a bear on his back. Now, shit.
Yeah, and literally the entire legacy of WWE is in jeopardy as we know it, as John Cena has given us a final countdown. If he literally is able to hold on to that championship, he's taken home the entire timeline of professional wrestling as we know it.
All about lineage and history. Go figure with The Rock and Bloodline and everything. That whole history and connecting every root to the tree means so much that it's even rooted in John Cena's talks.
Of course, again, WrestleMania headlines all over the world. The show because the Immortals lived up to the billing. And we have finished and we said so many stories. Here's a fact of the night for you. WrestleMania 41 was the most socially viewed WrestleMania of all time, generating over 1.1 billion social views across all social media platforms. That fact to us brought to us by Total Wireless. Again, WWE, the global juggernaut of the world of professional wrestling, continuing to spread their brand as far as they can go and even larger as we know it.
All right, here's the New Day. Are they here for a match or a promo?
I feel like this is the night to gloat, and they didn't look like they were dressed for a fight. You talked about before how much you called them the victims. Talk about vindication. The New Day, once again, WWE Tag Team Champions. And there's no Francesca and there's no hip sweeping the night. Just two serious men once again holding on to the titles.
Mm-hmm. That was a good shout out by Big G. It could be Fraxian. We'll see.
Well,
Somebody's got to come out because you usually learn who your new champions are,
yeah,
or your new challengers, I should say.
And I do think that, again, we talk about the depth and lack of in the main roster tag team division on Monday Night Raw, particularly. Of course, we have a triple threat TLC match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships this Friday with DIY, Street Profits, Motion Machine Guns. The New Day right now stand unopposed on Monday Night Raw.
Not for long.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. And of course, Monday Night Raw brought to you by Simba Studios, brought to you by No DQ, and of course, all the friends here at the social media studio, Simba Studios. Big Baller, Big G, Barry for Wrestling, Mega Wrestling, JJ Williams, Shaheba Side 95, Rage of Wrestling, Jeff Meacham, and of course, Cassidy 18 Studios, and then Foster 1916, as we are proud to bring you this coverage tonight of Raw on Netflix. Let's go ahead and hear what's next for the new WWE World Tag Team Champions. Hardy's is also a fair shout out. Go ahead, Walter. It's on you, brother. It's a promo, folks.
I don't think the crowd is gonna let Coffee get a word in. We are your new WWE World Tag Team Champions.
Notice how serious that was.
Was that the 11th time?
Yes, that is correct.
So get down on your knees before us. Raise your hands to the sky and scream out in unison. Big G saying 13 times.
Well, yeah, because Air Boom and stuff like that. And Kofi, of course, has held these titles more than Xavier Woods.
It's time for the New Day. I'm hoping Big E interrupts, man, with some kind of new partner or something.
Well, we need something where we're not sour.
There is no tag team alive or dead that is better than your boys. Oh, I think Legion of Doom might have something to say about that if you're going to mention dead ones.
But I'm saying Usos still hold the standard as far as I'm concerned.
You guys must not go to Japan a lot because look at those great tag teams.
Don't get me started there. Japan still is untouched on so many fronts in wrestling.
Look at Mexico, too.
Mexico's got pretty good stuff, too.
Said we couldn't beat the War Raiders. We did.
Well,
Alpha Academy?
I mean, they did say there's no tag team that could beat them. They have not faced, as far as I know, Otis and Akira Tosawa, escorted by Maxine Dupree.
Maxine interrupting. Did we just hear you say they're the greatest tag team ever? You might be. But the last time you faced Otis and Kazawa, they beat you in 60 sweet seconds.
That's right. They did do that.
And here we are at the Raw at the WrestleMania in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Cheap pop.
And by the sound of it, they would like to watch you two put your money where your mouth is. When did Maxine Dupree start getting mic skills like that?
When Natalya basically didn't become a tag team partner, when Natalya found her legitimate badass nature in Bloodsport, I'm guessing.
New Day's teasing Vegas and didn't say no. They might get backlash from this crowd. Are the Minutemen scared?
Minuteman, that's funny. Minuteman chance running out. Put Minuteman in the chat.
Hey, they it is brought to you by Minute Maid lately.
That's fair.
They say you want to do it right now, let's do it.
What? The Minutemen are taking up the challenge, defending the tag team championships?
They're not in their gear though.
Well, we got a referee coming down to the ring, Walter, so I suppose we're going to have a tag team match.
All right. The lights went out.
What?
The lights are going out. What is this?
I don't know. Now what the hell is about to happen?
It might be for Axiom?
I guess.
Rusev! Rusev!
Rusev's back!
Wait. Tell me that it's Rusev Day from TNA. Come on. Tell me that the two of them are there.
What the fuck? We knew it was a matter of time before Rusev Day was celebrating WWE again. Rusev is back.
Rusev is back. But with who? Who?
I didn't get. Dude, this dude used to crush everybody by himself. And it looks like he's planning to do that right now. Rusev is coming alone, but Rusev is back here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
But this is a tag team, like.
Who gives a fuck? Rusev's back.
On Raw, on the A show. Looking good, too. Holy shit, he's been in that gym.
Happy Rusev Day, everybody. Oh, boy. We haven't seen Rusev since the pandemic practically in WWE, and the New Day are getting the hell out of Dodge. Oh, man, Rusev just took down Otis.
Oh, and that's new music. That's new music, too.
Yeah, no kidding. Rusev's unloading right now on the Alpha Academy.
Is he reaching out to New Day? Is he the new muscle for New Day? Big E's replacement?
I don't know, but Akira to the top rope, that wasn't smart. That didn't work out too well for Akira Tozawa. And Rusev, oh my God, just literally far away.
Rusev may literally be the new muscle for New Day.
Well, you're talking about muscle. How's this for a big boy bout? Otis and Rusev face to face. Oh, Macha Kid just rocked Otis. And again.
Damn.
Uh-oh. And Rusev crush! Stomping away the spine of Otis and planting him. The accolade.
Oh, my God.
The submission hold. They're trying to get Otis to pass out at this point, and no one's coming to the aid right now of him. Well, the entire WWE landscape just changed as Monday Night Raw just became Rusev Day. Rusev's back. And he did that in less than a minute. Talk about a hell of a return, folks. Welcome back to Rusev. We go backstage to the Judgment Day, and Liv Morgan extremely happy. Both Liv and Dominic now are champions again in WWE.
Holy shit, Rusev is back and immediately a big time heel. And here's Finn Balor and Dom.
Yeah, about to say, might want to change gears here.
Finn's gonna do a fake smile, I bet.
Save Finn again is about equals or leader.
Finn Balor saying congratulations and giving him a hug. We don't have titles, but it feels like we have titles, Carlito said.
How is Carlito alive is a better question.
I don't know. Finn staring at that IC title.
What happens if Vegas stays in Vegas? But someone tells me that Finn does not want that title to stay on Dominic's shoulder. And of course, we are still going to stay in Vegas tomorrow night. When, of course, you and JJ will once again stand deliver for your brand. NXT after WrestleMania, after stand deliver from the Fontainebleau Theater, the official hotel hosting WrestleMania. It will be the Netflix after WrestleMania tomorrow night. Stay tuned. We go back inside. And I was talking about champions earlier. She is not the third wheel. She is the most dominant. She is the genius of the sky. Let's go ahead and hear from the victor of last night's triple threat. Io Sky has arrived. Unlike Naomi, Walter, Io Sky is definitely not a third wheel. She is the face of the Monday Night Raw Women's division, getting her WrestleMania moment in front of her family, beating two of the best that WWE has to offer them to find WrestleMania for years.
The two best.
You have chance out here?
Says, I'm so glad for Io, man.
Me too. She deserves it. Genius of the Sky was able to thrive last night under the brightest lights, hoisting up the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. We will hear from Io Sky next when we return to Raw on Netflix.
We just had Rusev come. I'm telling you, either Kairi Sane or Asuka, somebody's going to come back.
If it's Julia, though, then I know, again, you guys are Nostradamus. I'm going to flip the script because that is stardom, damn it. And we got another commercial here. Fuck television. First off, happy Rusev Day, Walter. And to
happy Rusev Day.
Big G, Michael, Matthew, and new _York, _State, _Up, _Mind, and everybody watching as well. Again, Rusev Day. All we need is Matthew Raywalt. That was freaking awesome. Now, again, I do want to go back to the Judgment Day thing, though. We just saw, of course, Judgment Day regain the tag titles. Dom Mysterio is the Intercontinental Champion. Finn Balor is not a champion, and there's Carlito. So it is one of those things where we talk about backlash, we talk about fallout, we talk about jealousy and tensions. We already saw Becky Lynch do that with Lyra. Do you think Finn Balor does that with Dominic? Does he screw him for the title? Or, because again, Finn has beaten Penta. Let's keep that in mind, by the way. Or do you think that Finn baits Dominic for now? I think we're going to get Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio in the near future for the championship, Walter.
Possibly Backlash. Yeah, I mean, this is the proper PLE to put after WrestleMania because everything is facing Backlash from WrestleMania. Yeah, and I can't wait. Yeah, he looked at that title too much.
Well, again, he hasn't been a singles champion now for the last 2 years. So, literally, it's one of those things where how long does Finn Balor want to just play errand boy, associate, not be the leader? Again, you heard what Morgan said. It's not about the single. It's about the group. I still think Finn Balor, might I add, original leader of Bullet Club, Prince Devitt, wants to be the man that leads the group. Every faction needs to have someone that leads by example, even if they say they don't have a leader. In my opinion, I think Finn Balor always wanted to be that leader. But how can you lead if you can't even win a title?
That's true. I just can't wait to see what they do in EA, because if Julia does call up, that is stardom all over again. These two female have had banger matches in stardom.
Well, I mean, in a bygone era, you would have think, but Io Sky and Julia never met in Stardom. Io Shirai came to WWE
Oh, it's
far
okay. Yeah,
before
you're right. You're right.
Julia. Yeah, Julia came in during literally like the not the 2020 scare with Donna Del Mondo, Women Who Play in the World, and became a face of Stardom to your point. Then went on to Rosie Ogawa's promotion, Marigold, and of course she tried to become the inaugural Marigold World Champion till Saray beat her for that. Then she came into NXT and eventually beat Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. We of course saw Julia in that fatal four with Cindy Valkyrie, Jada Parker, and Jordan Grace at Stand and Deliver, unable to capture the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about to say Big G. I love Carlito. He's like the crazy uncle in the family. Well, he's definitely got the hair to show it. So I think that comment is cool.
I asked him if I was invited to the funeral.
Again, somehow he's still breathing. So I guess the funeral got canceled. So people lost their money. Good grief. It looks like they're further promoting here WWE when they hit Petto. Are they already figuring out what they're going for?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Are they showing War Game? Is that War Games that they're showing?
I believe that is, dude.
San Diego.
Survivor Series San Diego.
Oh my God! Are you serious, bro? I'm like a few hours away from San Diego when I move. I might have to go.
Well, you got till Saturday, November 29th to figure it out. And notice what it says, Walter. Survivor Series San Diego. It does not say Survivor Series War Games.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Can we get back to some traditional Survivor Series?
You can only hope and pray, as it looks like Triple H is trying to get back to what we used to love. Again, W Las Vegas, 11th Monday Night Raw, the first Raw in Las Vegas since 2017, and over 124,000 fans combined at WrestleMania alone in Allegiant Stadium, as WWE has taken over Sin City for the last week. Here's our
All right, here we go.
champion. Yep,
Io Shirai. Oops, I mean Sky.
I'm not going to botch you because I still like the real name better, and I always will call her by that. Let's go ahead for the champion. Go ahead, Walter.
Doesn't she have a sister, Mayo Shirai, or something like that?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
She has a sister. I'm pretty sure she does.
This is very happy.
Last night was the best night of my career. She can't
And you
help
earned it. Yeah, no lies to tell. She earned it.
I'm over the moon.
Sorry, Cameron Grimes.
I beat the best there is. That means I am the best. She's right.
Damn
How
right.
can you not cheer for her, dude?
Again, so happy. Long overdue.
Rhea Ripley tried to forget me. Now she's getting the "you deserve it" chance, which she's well deserved.
And she earned it, damn it.
Don't cluster her up. Her English is already bad.
Hey, she's trying.
Two of the best. Rhea Ripley tried to forget me. Bianca Belair tried to forget me. And all of you will never forget me. She's right.
I haven't and never will.
Now she's speaking Japanese. We need a third person for this.
I'm about to say, Miki Yamada is not here.
Because I am the genius of the sky. I am Io Sky. And I am Women's World Champion. Let's see who comes out. Somebody's going to come out.
Right now, let Io have her moment because she deserves it. I love that crazy little Joshi. Oh my God!
Who's
Surprise,
is Stephanie
surprise!
back here?
The NXT Women's Champion!
Oh!
La Primera, Stephanie Valkyrie!
But she's still NXT champion.
Figure out this, Walter. Both champions have since retained their titles.
Mm-hmm. What is this about?
Well, you want to call yourself the best. La Primera's champion of champions.
Mm-hmm. The first.
And of course, Stephanie McMahon, as I said, won the incredible fatal four-way matchup at Stand and Deliver against Jordan Grace, Jada Parker, and Julia. Both these women defied the odds and left with the gold.
Io backing up, giving Stephanie her moment. Oh my God, are they gonna do this?
And of course, literally, we have the first signed W superstar from Chile with one of the best signed from Japan, both standing as champions here on Monday Night Raw, Raw After Mania on Netflix. Looks like we're going to get some words from the NXT Women's Champion.
Io, congratulations. Felicidades, meaning congratulations in Spanish. I'd like to introduce myself.
Oh,
I am the NXT Women's Champion. La Primera, Stephanie Vakir. Io showing her respect, clapping.
As she should.
And I want to come out here to show you respect. This does actually feel like a Raw After Mania. About time.
Yeah, right?
Io, you are amazing. I come here to show you respect.
Well, that's normal.
You're right. You are the best. But now I'm here. I'm the better one. That's what she said in Spanish. Glad she speaks a language I can translate. We're gonna find out who's the best of the best.
Wait, what?
You want to face me?
Yes.
Is this an NXT or Backlash? I accept. Io just accepted the challenge.
Io Sky just accepted a match with Stephanie McMahon.
How about right here, right now? Io says.
Hell yeah, let's fucking do it! What?
Adam Pearce interrupting.
Oh, God bless it. Buzzkill.
He's asking Vegas if they want the match. He might make it the main event.
Make it official!
Noah. I want the match too. Io Sky, Stephanie Vakir. And it starts right now.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. No title on the line. It's just about respect.
What a night this has been. The best in NXT versus the best in WWE. Jessica Carr in the ring. We're about to win a Stephanie Vakir versus Io Sky for the first time ever.
We're going to find out who's the best of the best.
This is incredible. Again, tomorrow night, we know Stephanie Vakir will be involved in NXT. The buildings are underway, and Stephanie Vakir has been confronted by the Prodigy. A handshake of Walter. Here we fucking go, bro.
I can't believe it.
Kind of a tie-up here in the early going. Of course, both these women defy the odds at their respective stages on the grandest stages of them all, leading their brands. Io Sky, the face of Monday Night Raw. Stephanie Vakir, the face of NXT. Front face lock here by by Stephanie Vakir. I'm all flustered. Io Sky fighting back here, though. I do have to consider this, though, the fact that both these women have been involved in action within the last 48 hours. I wonder if any wear or tear is going to come into play versus the motivation and emotions here. And right now, Stephanie grabbing an ankle.
One is coming off a fatal four-way. The other's coming off of a triple threat, so they can't be at 100%.
And of course, you can find Stephanie Vakir, Walter Cruz, JJ Williams talking all about their NXT every Tuesday on the CW, 8 p.m. Standard Time. Follow the best women's brand right now in WWE and arguably one of the best women's divisions on the planet. Nice sweep out there. Lara Press gets a 1 count. Stephanie with the sweep out. Now Io with the sweep out. 1 count again. Both women stalemate in the early going.
Did you ever? I never thought I would say that. Stephanie versus Io. When the hell did you think that would come out of your mouth?
What's the word I'm looking for? Never! Oh, look for that Mystica. Nice escape by Io Sky. Io Sky making history last night, as we talked about. One of the first Joshies to win WrestleMania on the main stage ever. And the second Joshi, I believe, to win WrestleMania history. Went for the Icon. Io Sky hung on to the ropes. Again, both these women so much respect. And of course, they may never face each other, but they know their paths on this journey to get to this point in WWE. Shout out to Stephanie Jessica Carr, by the way, referee, standing switch exchange here. And Io off the ropes again. Stephanie unable to get the O'Connor row as Io holds on. La Primera, Genius of the Sky, the best of the best here tonight.
Not title for title, no title on the line. Just two women going at it to find out who's the best.
Io showing up again with that single drop kick takes Stephanie down.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, let's see how the kiss of the devil.
That's Walter. Walter, I swear on everything that's good.
Wait! Without Booker T, is it gonna be as effective?
Io Sky wipes Stephanie on the outside with the crossbody suicida.
I might have to become Booker T.
Oh Jesus! And right now, Stephanie Valkyrie up and around the slides in the ring, catches him with a kick. Stephanie fall again, up and over. In the Tompkins area. Avoids certain destruction. Now up on the barricade. Crossbody wipes Io Sky on the outside.
Again, this is only the second bout of the night, and we get NXT's best versus Raw's best.
As this Raw After continues, giving us all the surprises on Netflix. Fuck television. Commercial break. We continue more after this.
This is why WWE didn't put anything on their social medias to get you with surprise after surprise after surprise. Fucking Rusev showed up.
And now we got Stephanie Valkyrie and Io Sky going one-on-one, and it's not even Survivor Series. But to Big G's point, what I said earlier, Survivor Series is back this year, San Diego, and it does not have War Games on the banner.
Yet.
This is crazy. Everyone talking about right now, of course, Io and Stephanie. And Big G also talking about how Paige had a WrestleMania moment. That's very true as well. Best out of the UK. Again, this has been the first time I truly feel like we're feeling Raw after WrestleMania for years.
Big G letting you know he went to your channel so that he showed all of us love.
Big G, I love you, brother. Again, I'm happy to use my channel to help my friends. At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about wrestling. But if it helps my friends, then go for it. I mean, I just love doing this stuff and encouraging a positive outlook for all things wrestling. It's a fit with the holy shit, Matthew with the let's freaking go. And again, follow the baller. If anyone needs to be followed, it's Walter Cruz. It's bad for wrestling. It's the baller Big G. Well, we got a commercial break. I'm going to do this as the intermission. Don't be a dickhead. Subscribe today. Become a friend of the newest member of the Survivor Studios family, Batty for Wrestling. Follow her there on YouTube and on the X for all your watch-alongs and fun reactions and content. Zack Sabre Jr., New Japan Pro Wrestling, and all Elite Wrestling. And thank you again to Ash, our Canadian friend, for allowing us to use her channel for these watch-alongs during this WrestleMania weekend. Now, while you might become Booker T here very shortly, Walter, why don't you go ahead and plug yourself real quick with someone else that you're very fond
of? Mamacita, Rage of Wrestling. The at Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel, Walter.Cruz.940. X at Walter Alex Cruz. And of course, the gaming Twitch SRS 1983.
Yeah, and of course, we'll level up once again and insert coin into Super Level Gaming here very soon. In Club Limited 2, apparently I have been challenged for a rematch. Talk about rematches. Lily wants to confront me again in Wheel of Fortune. So stay tuned for more on that. As of course, the Super Level Studios levels up, not only in all the wrestling we cover, but in entertaining you with gaming and so much more. Here every day at the Super Reliable Studios. As again, we got about 30 seconds or so. And we saw Roxanne confront Stephanie after Stand Deliver. You got to wonder if, and I'm going to throw your plug next commercial break. I'm going to plug everybody. Shoot, I'm going to promote the hell out of my friends here because that's what I do, damn it. Walter, you got to consider if Roxanne is going to confront Stephanie at All in Honor, or is she watching this match, or could she even be at Monday Night Raw?
Who knows? Like, I thought, I hope Roxanne is proven to be the one that attacked Becky.
And right now,
sorry, not Becky.
Bailey.
Botch and a half. Wow, right. Bailey.
It's all right, dude. Becky, Bailey, all the B names. And right now, you can talk about standing back here and Io Skies. We're back here. Raw on Netflix. BJ, I got your next commercial break. I kid you not, folks. The NXT Women's Championship versus the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship. Both were able to defy the odds and are here mutually out of respect. Face each other one-on-one on Monday Night Raw. Stephanie on the top rope, trying to find her footing. Io Sky with the step up and a massive arm drag takeover. Oh, good lord. And of course, you've gone silent here, Walters. You're just taking it in, it sounds like, man.
I still can't believe. Oh my god.
NXT, Monday Night Raw. This is WWE. This is the Project era. This is the Raw After Mania. This is awesome. Shotake takes down Stephanie Valkyrie. Of course, Io Sky, like I said, one of the original daughters of Stardom, endorsed by Antonio Inoki. Of course, the three daughters were Io Shirai, Mayu Iwatani, and of course, Kairi Hojo. Sits down between second rope, and Io Sky catching Stephanie with a forearm. Now Io up to the top rope. And Io Sky, where she's most comfortable, looking to fly, missile drop kick, turns the NXT Women's Champ up and over.
Do I have Big G's plug? I don't even know if I have it.
Get it. You probably have a different brand. Just get it on social
Big
media.
G, just send it to me and I'll load it in there.
Yeah, but I was saying, Remesh is a producer, man, because all the brands here are different. Io Sky falling in with the Meteora against Stephanie. And Valkyrie brought towards center. Here's the cover by Io. Gets a 2 count. We talked about, of course, Io Sky's transcript and resume, and of course, her legacy. Of course, Stephanie Valkyrie, La Primera, Champion of Champions, came to WWE literally less than a year ago. First signed WWE Superstar from Chile. Of course, defined in CMLL in Mexico. Former CML Women's World Champion and Women's Tag Team Champion.
CMML, the rivalry of Triple I. And then they had her at the Triple I press conference. So what were they saying?
I'm about to say, that's a whole different conversation. And Dragon Screw Leg Whip.
Yeah, that move sucks.
I'm about to say, took the words out of my mouth. Now, Stephanie looking to follow up, catching Io with the Meteor in the corner. And a little bit of a tit for tat here, it looks like. Brings it back to Sarah. Cover now with the far leg. Gets the 2 counts on Io Sky.
I still can't believe I'm seeing this. You expect things that you don't see on the Raw After Mania, but this, I wouldn't have guessed this in 100 tries, Noah.
Yeah, I'm about to say this is the opposite of Backlash. This is respect, of course, becoming Backlash Saturday, May 10th, where it looks like now we might get Becca versus Lyra and Reigns versus John Cena. Both went for the kick. Cazador rolled through. Io Sky double stop to Stephanie Valkyrie. And cover. Put the near leg. Back press. 2 count only. Talk about knocking the wind out of your opponent. All the forward fours of Io Sky into the sternum of Stephanie Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm. This is wild. That's still. Oh my god!
I can tell by your silence, dude. I want to talk more, and I want to hear you, but you are literally flabbergasted. You are stunned. You are experiencing what truly should be the building marquee. Raw After Mania, jawbreaker by Stephanie Valkyrie, and a super kick catches Io Sky.
If they keep it up, and once this next generation of women go up to the main roster WWE will finally have an equal opportunity to say that they're the best in the division. I know what's coming.
Here's your
the devil's kiss. Ah! Damn. Okay. Wow.
Well, Booker T just had an out-of-body experience, and so did Walter on Raw. Cover, hook up both legs by Stephanie, gets a 2 count. Near fall. Up the reverse triangle, driving DDTs to Io Sky. If we're going to make that move, actually believe in wrestling versus whatever the hell Booker T and Walter Cruz see it as.
She hurts her own knees doing that. I don't even know why she does that.
It disorientates her opponent.
I tell you what, Jerry Lawler, thank goodness you're not on Raw anymore, because you definitely would have suffered another heart attack.
Looking for the STP, gets the midship of Io Sky, sunset flip, Stephanie taking over, cover.
Didn't even get a 1.
Now Stephanie up and around. La Mystica, no, Io Sky, reversal, roller bridge, and cover. Oh, man.
Dude, the transition to be able to catch her to roll her up.
I thought she was going to go for La Mystica, the armbar takedown into the crossface, and to your point, she turned it literally into a roll-up and used her body as a bridge for a matchbook cover. Got a near fall out of it. But Io Sky got her hook.
Suplex.
Jeez.
Turned it into a backbreaker.
Backbreaker over the knee, shoots the half. Cover with the far leg. Kick out 2 by Stephanie.
Wait, what does this say? If Io beats her, does she get to become a double champion and gets to fight for the NXT title? And vice versa? If Stephanie beats her at the end of the day, is it just, I'm better than you, or do we get a title for title eventually?
It's one of those things, Walter, when you hold yourself up to be the best and you literally challenge even a champion out of respect, you still have to have eyes on the prize. So it would not surprise me if either of these two would have that in mind with a victory over the other tonight. Back elbow strike. You told yourself, La Primera, champion of champions. You can't call yourself that if there's a champion better than you in your own opinion. Oh!
Who's already? She's just coming off being a double champ.
Then Io Sky, standing waist lock switch, German suplex release.
Ouch.
Dumps her on her head.
Yeah, literally.
And now Stephanie hooking up Io and taking her up and over the German suplex.
One good German deserves another.
This has been a tremendous exhibition inter-promotion contest within WWE with two of the best right now in that ring with Io Sky standing back here on hand. Raw After Mania here on Netflix.
There's at least 12,000 people on their feet.
19,000. They're sold out there. Of course, the
19.
T-Mobile Arena. Yep, jam to the Raptors, dude.
I thought I was being modest saying 12. It's freaking 19.
Crowd chanting "Fight Forever" as Stephanie right now looks to ascend to the top rope. Showtime by Io Sky. Rock Slop Primera, though. Shout out to Jushin Thunder Liger.
Mm-hmm.
Io Sky right now looking to hook Stephanie, possibly for an avalanche Spanish fly.
Spanish fly.
Territory now. Io up there, Stephanie up there as well. Oh my goodness!
Spanish fly, but I think Io hit her own forehead on the ground. I would love to take a replay of that.
And again, right now, overhead shot, the crowd on their feet right now as both these crowd bosses are down. To your point, Walter, look at the
Watch her forehead. Watch her forehead, Noah.
Ooh.
She might have knocked herself out.
Crowd chants coming out here for both Io and Stephanie. Io right now, of course, representing Monday Night Raw.
Well, she wouldn't be the genius. She wouldn't be the genius of the sky if she didn't fly, right?
Exactly. Also, she's crazy, as we know. She'll drop on somebody like a kamikaze. Both women back to their feet. Mean to say, oh, wait a minute!
Roxanne Perez.
The Prodigy! Just wiped out Io Sky. This match has been thrown out. Disqualification.
Stephanie looking at her like, "Get to us. What are you doing?"
Well, remember, literally Stephanie and Roxanne weren't supposed to. Julia! The former NXT Women's Champion!
Don't tell me Julia and Roxanne are a unit!
Well, both women aren't champions right now. And Julia's attacking Io while Roxanne's attacking Stephanie. What the hell's happening here?
Player, holla, holla. This might get turned into a tag title match.
Oh, shit.
Or not tag title, but tag team match. What is that?
You want to talk about bitter women, Walter? Here comes Mommy.
The Eradicator.
Rhea Ripley.
Manhandling Perez.
That's put it politely. Oh, and a headbutt to Roxanne.
And Julia?
Oh, boy.
I kind of like this new look for the heel Julia.
Brutality versus beautiful madness. What prevails here? You see Rhea still sporting a black eye from last night.
That's she got clobbered by Bianca, dude. I saw it again. Whew.
Look at this face-off here with the Top Ganjin and the Eradicator.
Japan versus Australia.
Julia versus Rhea.
Julia backing down. Come on.
And she ain't gonna give the people what they want. Since Julia came back, she's been after one thing, a championship. And it looks like Roxanne, the very woman she took the title from, both women are out here to prove a point why they should be part of the conversation.
If Cora Jade's in the back, we might get a 6-woman tag.
Well, to your point, Roxanne left Cora Jade. She said, I don't need her. I'm the prodigy. I'm the one that led the NXT Women's Division. As Rhea led Monday Night Raw with a Io Sky down in the ring.
They just teamed together, though, Tuesday. Mommy's still with her eyes on that title. Let's see if she gives it back to Io. Io's got a bloody elbow. I think it's from that Spanish fly.
Yeah, I think you're right on the landing there.
Dude, you see it?
Io Sky looking up at Mommy, who presents Io with that Women's Rabbit Championship. I think
I still want this, she told her. She respectfully did it, but she said, I still want this.
Well, again, Rhea Ripley knows Io Sky probably better than anybody else on this roster when it comes to how good of an athlete she is. And Io Sky proved 2 years ago Rhea had a match that made her a star. I would argue to say what happened last night with Io and Rhea made Io a star, and Rhea respects that.
Hey, Rhea still isn't able to beat Io Sky.
Well,
She's got to
speaking of,
get that monkey off her back.
well, I don't know what sort of monkey's on CM Punk's back right now, considering he's all alone and was left voiceless. But CM Punk, folks, is in the building, and we will hear soon enough from the Straight Edge Second City Saint. But up next, we are yeeting here on Monday Night Raw with the new World Heavyweight Champion. Jey Uso did what many thought was impossible, beat Gunther via tap out. We'll hear from the new World Heavyweight Champion next on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Got another commercial break for television. First off, let's process what the fuck just happened, okay? The NXT Women's Champion versus the WWE Raw Women's World Heavyweight Champion had a great one-on-one exhibition where neither proved who was better in the end, yet confronted by ghosts of their past looking for gold. Julia was inspired by Io Sky to come to WWE and be a superstar, while Roxanne was literally the former NXT Women's Champion at this time, and Julia beat her for that title. Neither woman right now is in the conversation of being the best in the business or holding gold. So what do? They confront the championships literally, respectfully. Julia wanted Io Sky. Stephanie and Roxanne are due to face each other one-on-one. Now, Mommy comes into the fray, breaks up everything, manhandles Roxanne like a child that needs to be punished by their mom, and literally confronts Beautiful Madness, doesn't come in contact with her, and hands Io the title out of respect. We just saw 5 of the best right now in WWE, literally all in that single moment.
Bro, I'm so flabbergasted. I don't get quiet many times. Things don't take words out of my mouth, but I mean, that is women's professional wrestling, damn it.
Damn it, that's a summit of women's professional wrestling.
Oh my God. I
think the Fed's comment here pretty much sums it up.
Right? The best of NXT versus the best of Raw.
And I mean, Survivor Series might literally have brand warfare that it makes sense here soon enough. We'll find out. Now, is that because of Jay or is that because of the women wrestling match that just
I would hope it's because of the women. Speaking of Big G, I might as well show
there
that.
We go. Get that bother some love.
Follow him if you like cat videos. Harley and Joker 2021 on YouTube. The No DQ underscore Big Baller G on X. TikTok Big Baller G 1988 if it doesn't get banned. Instagram at No DQ underscore Big Baller G 1988 as well. Also, take a look at his wife's book on Amazon. Do you got that plug, Noah?
Yeah, I can get it here in a moment. Continue talking about it.
Yeah, I don't even remember the name off the top of my head. I'm so hyped over this women, I'm flustered. But Fox and
Poppy.
There it goes. Fox and the Poppy, and he also said, I think he said, there's another book coming out in May.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I know.
Artist.
I remember he botched the name, so I ain't even gonna try it. His wife yelled at him in the background, so that was funny.
Well, I mean, again, as the person that plugs everything, send it to me. I'll be happy to plug it. But also, get ready to go with us in the summer to the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. We'll be covering here, of course, here at the Sababa Studios. Indeed, first ever 2-night SummerSlam. Summer's about to get lit with Cardi B as the host. Can't believe I just said that. And we'll keep you posted on that more here at the Super Reliable Studios. As of course, WWE is still here in Las Vegas. This is the Raw After Mania, Raw on Netflix. Again, Walter, records broken, history made, the ultimate betrayals seen, and the ultimate in accomplishments were created. So much more still unfolding tonight. We're on our way to see backlash ensue as we're here the Raw After Mania.
Did you notice Randy Orton's gear was WrestleMania 20 inspired? Because it's been 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of which, do you believe? Because Joe Handy was the man, of course, that confronted Randy Orton in that open challenge. So many things, so many headlines to take away. And if you didn't get enough of it, you can go watch our watch alongs in the archives or go listen to Aaron Ritt's recap or check out our post show conversations in the shenanigans. And trust me, I don't think it's done by a long shot. I just want to give a shout out quick to this week's moderator who won the right via the Triple Threat contest. Of course, Papa Gino. He will be the moderator tomorrow night for the No DQ review. That, of course, is April 22nd.
Macklemore's video. This is Jey Uso's video showing everything he's went through.
Yeah, I'll say that man's been through a lot. And again, the transition from tag specialist to single superstar to the progression of becoming the world champion. It runs in the family's blood. And Jey Uso continues to fulfill that promise that this family has in their potential.
From the traditional dancing, from going dark, from the bloodline, from the split from his brother, from the reunion to his brother, to finally putting demons to rest and becoming the world heavyweight champion. I'm loving this promo, this video package.
Yeah, about to say, this is a wholesome video package. And you also forgot one other thing in that whole thing. He was the right-hand man to the tribal chief. He left his family at one point. He said deuces to WWE. We thought he quit. We thought he literally took his ball and got home. And then he became his own man. Main event, Jey Uso. Yeet.
He's definitely became main event. He's got the main title on Raw.
It's been a long journey we followed Jey Uso to get to this point, Walter.
But it's just beginning. Now, it's one thing to win the title. It's another to defend it.
Yeah, this is where the real work begins.
I wonder how the honorary Uso feels. He's got to be delighted.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not be? I mean, literally, we were dumbfounded when main event Jey Uso won this year's Man Royal Rumble at number 20, eliminating of all people last, John Cena. Maybe had John Cena, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns as their top billing. I think maybe 2 people picked Jey Uso. But Jey Uso has literally become a man of the people. We don't simply say yeet because it's a phrase that we like to say. We love and support this man all the journey, all the way. He literally has taken us on this ride. And Gunther has made him doubt himself almost this entire time.
Until he turned a page and got serious. He hasn't even yeeted in a few weeks. Telling Gunther, I'm no longer afraid of you.
Well, confidence is a powerful booster when you got 60,000 people in your corner.
It's beginning highlights of the Ring General versus Jey Uso. Literally took his chops, man. How many people can say they just walked through a Gunther chop? Noah.
Yeah, let alone survived a splash, a power bomb, and while he endured 10 weeks of hell via a sleeper hold, not only did Jey Uso came forward to heaven, he beat the Ring General, second man ever in WWE history, via submission.
That is crazy. Ilya Dragunov being the other one.
From one of the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in the modern era, now the first ever heavy yeet champion of the Netflix era, Jey Uso has arrived from the main event to the top side. Jey Uso is the face of Monday Night Raw, and we are about to hear our new World Heavyweight Champion.
Gunther got to stay away from Mania when he's on long streaks because...
You ready to yeet?
Look at that. First shot of him with that title.
Black and gold blue side plates. Yeet! That championship was pretty damn good on him, I gotta say.
World Yeet Champion. That's the shirt.
Heavy Yeet Champion, Walter. He's more than just a splash. He's more than just a spear. He is main event Jey Uso, and he is our new World Heavy Yeet Champion. Entire W Universe welcoming him in embrace as he makes his way through the fans again that have been alongside this entire journey.
He bringing a little kid out. Oh, yeeting with him. You gotta love this dude.
I don't
Truly
know
a
if my
man of the
arm.
people.
I don't know if my arms love this though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep doing it because my shoulders will start hurting.
But I say I'm gonna yeet too hard.
Yeah, when you're my age, man, the wrong yeet, and I'm in the bed for 3 days.
Put your yeets in the chat, folks. And again, Walter, to your point, for the second year in a row, Gunther came in with gold and then lost it at WrestleMania.
Look at that cosplay of Becky Lynch. That girl did a great job.
I'm about to say. And of course, Pat McAfee yeeting on the table. Jey Uso is such a down-to-earth guy, too.
Mm-hmm. See what he says. Yeet.
And you
The
gotta
problem
wonder,
is,
though.
yeah, I was gonna say the problem is who's gonna come out and interrupt them because you know somebody's gonna show that they want that title. Well, what were you saying? You gotta wonder what?
Yeah, to your point, I was literally going to wonder, Darlene General Gunther, we figured about what happened last year at WrestleMania when he lost the World Heavyweight Intercontinental Championship and set his sights on the World Heavyweight Championship, beating Damian Priest last year at SummerSlam for that title and going on that run for over 220 plus days. Now
Dude.
Gunther has to be set once again.
I know we're getting Orton versus Cena, but before Cena retires, if you can give me Gunther versus Cena for that title, I will. That would be crazy.
About to say, dude, this night has already been so damn crazy. It's the reset. It's day one-ish. It's the heavy yeet champion era. Monday Night Raw on Netflix. The Raw after WrestleMania.
That title looked good on him.
Yeah, Jey Uso knows how to sport gold. I knew I had to stretch before doing this because I was going to yeet more than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet! Sin City just became Yeet City.
Hell yeah. I love every moment of it. Enjoy it, man.
And
You
Jey
deserve
Uso,
it.
I don't think it's hit Jey Uso yet, but being perfectly honest.
Definitely deserves it.
Let's go ahead and hear from our new heavy yeet champion.
I hope he was able to change your mind there, DJ.
I think last night on the shenanigans, he is more endorsing Jey Uso because Jey Uso showed not only DJ but the world what he is. Not a catchphrase, but truly the main event. All right, Walter, you know what to do. Let's go ahead and hear from our new heavyweight champion, Yeet.
The crowd lets him
Uso.
get a word in.
Of course, I mean, you know, I mean, Jey Uso, he deserves this. I mean, again, you only get one first. Jey finally did it. After four times against the Ninja General, fourth time was the charm.
He's gonna be lost for words probably.
Yeah, I'm about to say. At the yes movement, now I got the yeet movement.
Mm-hmm.
Both extremely organic.
See, can't get a word out.
But to say, you know, the moment he says a word, they're just gonna say yeet.
One more time, they're gonna restart his song. You know it.
No, come on, we're on a time schedule here. Let's.
Hey man, they always leave a half hour in Netflix.
That's fair. I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's fair.
And he's smiling at you. He's gonna oblige.
All right, fuck it.
Tell me again how he's not over people.
19,000 yeeting with Jey Uso and an encore yeet. Who needs to exercise when you can just yeet all the time, right?
Right.
I feel like I literally just sweated off a couple of pounds. All right. Now, can we actually get some words, please, from our new heavyweight champion? This is why I love professional wrestling.
I don't know if they're gonna let him.
Well, we gotta get something, Walter.
Might just literally be interrupted by whoever's gonna challenge him next.
Well, let's find out here, shall we? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. All right.
The World Heavyweight Champion is now in your city.
There it is. I like how he says in your city versus just saying the city.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeet.
Pfft.
I'm here. I'm here now. Look, I've been wanted it since I was a kid. I'm here now. The yeet has become the new what?
This is accurate.
Those are beautiful side plates.
Yeah, I agree.
They make the title pop out.
Yeah.
The road wasn't easy. WrestleMania. I gave it all I had.
Damn right you did.
It wasn't easy, brother.
It's never easy against the ring general. You earn a victory against him.
I made him tap.
You did. First person in main roster history.
You
Keep in
tapped
mind-
out. He
Yep.
tapped out. He
Accurate.
tapped out. He
Accurate.
tapped out, Chance.
Yep, he didn't pass out. He tapped out.
But I want to be the first one to let y'all know. I'm very grateful. And I'm happy to get this on my shoulder. Every week, every day. Put the work in. Put the work in like I got to. If you down it, if you with it, if you with him being the champion, let him hear you say yeet.
Oh, you were asking about the RAUs earlier.
Oh shit! Is he gonna be his first challenger, or he just coming out here to
Sami Zayn's
celebrate?
back. I mean, dude, remember, Sami Zayn went to bat for Jey Uso to beat his old man.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't seen Sami Zayn
Whoa.
as he waves hello to everybody and does music. I don't have that hat and I'm not doing the dance. Think about this, Walter. We haven't seen Sami Zayn since he was destroyed in that unsanctioned fight called by JJ Williams and Jeff Meacham at Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, Sami Zayn did the same thing. He beat the Ring General for a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So many similarities you could draw with these two. Man of the people.
I don't mind that one-on-one face versus face for the world title. Because you got to figure if Sammy would have won it, he would have gave Jay a title shot too.
Absolutely. Again, this time last year, Jey Uso went to bat for Cody Rhodes so he could finish his story. Now Jey Uso has finished his story to become the heavyweight champion for the first time of his career. And Sami Zayn's back here right now.
Let's see what Sammy says.
This is going to be interesting. I can already tell. This Raw has already been fucking incredible. And that's saying something.
You're not going to do the handshake.
I would think.
And he hugs him.
What was that about a handshake?
Mm-hmm. Sammy's staring at it.
Oh, God. Usi chance.
Sammy Uso chance.
Honorary Us. That's fair.
Sammy's saying he doesn't even know where to begin. I haven't been here for 8 weeks.
Give or take.
While you were going through everything. He said that was hard on him. And I wasn't. He said, if I'm honest, rinsing WrestleMania this year is hard on me too.
I imagine.
He said, "You and I are players. We don't do well on the sidelines." He said, "I almost didn't come to Vegas at all,
Mm.
but he had to. I had to, because I had to make sure that I was the first one to stand in this ring across from you, look you in the eye with that championship on your shoulder, and tell you how proud I am of you.
Damn right.
You're my brother. You're my oos. I love you, and I'm proud of you, and you deserve that. I know it, you know it, and every person in here deserves it. That you deserve it. I hope you don't go heel on him, man."
We had enough heel turns. This should not be a heel turn. This should just be a ring endorsement. This is too damn good right
Mm-hmm.
now. Two of the biggest baby faces of Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm. You deserve it, Chance. Ringing in from the 19,000 people.
A yeet.
Jay holding the title up.
As he should.
The Raw After Mania sentimental. That's not what this is about.
That's fair.
We are here to celebrate. So hit his music.
A ring endorsement from honestly one of Jey Uso's closest friends in this business. Might as well be family. Sami Zayn returns to Monday Night Raw and welcome and congratulate the new Heavy Yeet champion.
Hold on, I'm a little nervous about a haluva kick, dude.
A party night right now in Las Vegas, Walter. And just watching these two in the opposite corners right now. I think about know what's going to happen, right?
Yeet party.
Look at that. Look at that friggin' arena. Look at that.
Sammy just waiting and staring, though. I'm nervous, Noah.
Well, again, Sami Zayn, he's not a champion. Sami Zayn was taken up by Kevin Owens. Jey Uso wasn't there when it happened. What a moment here, though, on Monday Night Raw. You know Sami Zayn will definitely want... Oh, wait a minute! We're not done yet!
Who's this? Oh, Jimmy!
We talk about family coming back together. Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso's twin brother, who was there at WrestleMania to endorse and embrace and congratulate his brother.
The original bloodline.
Yeah, literally. Think about how much these three have shared history.
Mm-hmm. I think I'll do the three-way handshake. Uh-oh.
I'm about to say.
Yeet!
There you go. The celebration and the party continues with Jey Uso's family, Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn endorsing the new World Heavyweight Champion. How can you not be happy for this? How can you not?
Oh, no. Surprised nobody came to interfere, though.
Well, to be fair, the night is still very young, man.
Everybody's goal when you sign a WWE contract is to be the WWE champion or world heavyweight champion at this point.
Well, again, if you don't want to be number one in this business, get the hell out.
Exactly. Just like we say, if you can't find something to watch this week, get the hell out of the fandom.
19,000 having the biggest yeet of their life.
Guys, if you go party, please take an Uber, please. No drinking and driving.
I don't think eating and driving works either, for being perfectly honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, what a celebration.
No, you're gonna feel that shit in the morning. That's why I stopped eating.
I'm a glutton for punishment. You already punished my voice, so I might as well just bring it to my body. It's probably the most exercise I'm gonna get all week anyway.
Mm,
The Pat McAfee's still going.
these three are gonna celebrate like a mofo.
I'm about to say, imagine they're gonna party all night long.
Mm-hmm.
If they
Get
haven't
them a
already.
bus. Get them a bus.
Oh, good grief. And Kathy Kelly, Jackie Redmond, everyone's gonna join that yeeting.
Mm-hmm.
As we bring in the new era after WrestleMania with a new World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso.
Well, I
Soak
guess
it
we're
in.
gonna we'll find out soon what's next for him. But until then, it's a party in Vegas.
Yeah. Again, as we talked about, first time ever in main roster WWE career, Gunther tapped out. I know that Aaron Britt's going to have his recap, of course, so please stay tuned again, folks. I don't know if he's going to yeet, but please stay tuned. Say, yeah, no DQ has Aaron Britt real recap. Monday Night Raw here tonight. Once Raw on Netflix goes off the air. And of course, he perpetually, continues to give you the coverage on Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown every week, and still be a part of the No DQ review. So please say yeah today to No DQ. Again, all the stars are out here tonight, Walter.
Metro Boomin.
My brother King probably knows a thing or two about that, man. Multi-platinum, three-time Grammy-nominated record producer and songwriter.
My ass don't.
Again, that's my brother King's world right there. Shout out to W Fam.
Las Vegas Aces from the WNBA, Chelsea Gray and Kia Stokes.
As of course, we talk about the endorsement of women in wrestling, women in sports, leading the business in this industry.
There's Chase Briscoe from Full Speed. New season streaming May 7th, only on Netflix.
And of course, the stars are all out here tonight, like you are out here in the chat. Again, appreciate all of you, whether you're yeeting or reviewing or just engaging. Good grief.
Now they're talking about Logan Paul.
It's one of those things we didn't talk about during our little pre-show thing, as the Maverick did go against the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Hell of a match, by the way.
Didn't
he say he was full-time? Because my man don't be showing up like that. Didn't he say I signed a full-time contract?
Yeah.
Is this last night?
Yeah, this is
I'm not going to translate this.
Logan Paul now figured about the fact he had that Jeff idiot there, and Karrion Kross was trying to have AJ use the brass knuckles. He just knows that he won.
She's saying, ask what's next. He said, whatever I want, whoever I want. I'll answer any call. I'll wrestle any match.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that's across the ring from me, I'm the best. He said, thank you.
For a man whose theme says he's humble, he is anything but that. As we go backstage with phenomenal AJ Styles tonight on Monday Night Raw.
The best shape of his life. AJ looked good.
But he still lost. So let's go ahead and hear what's next for the phenomenal one.
NXT, please. He said it's a hard pill to swallow. But Logan Paul plays this game. He said, I was prepared for that. But taking that L. But I'll move on. I'm going to be okay. Part of being phenomenal is being able to bounce back. And here comes Karrion Kross, Noah.
Killer Kross.
Mm-hmm. He's literally trying to be the puppet master. You see his shirt.
Oh, yeah.
AJ saying he hated that old version of him from last year.
You mean his evil ways?
Mm-hmm. If I hit him and pinned Logan in the middle of the ring, it would have meant nothing. He's saying.
Jury's out on that.
He told Killer Cross to go solve the problem himself. Maybe he will. Cross coming off that Bloodsport match, man, that was a hell of a match.
Yeah, like you said, things have been unreal here in WWE to say the least when it comes to the stories told. Karrion Kross's mentality and Karrion Kross workman. Of course, Las Vegas is owned, by the way. Lest we forget. Speaking of WWE, it looks like WWE's bringing even more content every week to you. Now on Netflix, a new series, WWE Unreal, apparently coming this summer.
What is that?
Looks like it's bringing another spotlight on what the WWE really is, taking us maybe behind the curtain. WWE Unreal coming this summer. Looks like I got a trailer here for it.
Yeah, we're seeing Triple H in the office. Oh, they're lifting the curtain.
They're lifting the curtain? Well, Walter, if anyone ever wanted to really see what happens with WWE, get Unreal this summer on Netflix where we take you behind the scenes.
Wow. And there's Dom with the Intercontinental Championship.
I still think it's unreal that this young man's the Intercontinental Champion. That being said, to your point, Dom Mysterio will be in action. His first defense since winning the Intercontinental Championship comes next as he takes on the unorthodox Zero Fear Penta and Cero Miguel. It's Penta versus Dom Mysterio one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship next on Raw on Netflix.
Ooh, two of the biggest luchas.
About to say Lucha Libre and Fuego as we go into another commercial break. Fuck television. Speaking of luchadors, I want to give a shout out to El Renegado de Lucha Libre, who came somehow in the clutch and made his WrestleMania commentary debut with me Saturday night. As of course, we took in the WrestleMania debut, as you ranted about in Spanish, El Grande Americano, who beat Rey Fenix. Unfortunately, Rey Mysterio wasn't able to beat due to injury. El Grande Americano is currently 1-0 at WrestleMania, but he also had a confrontation with El Hijo del Vikingo. As we were talking about also earlier, WWE has acquired a new business acquisition in the Mexican promotion, AAA, where El Hijo del Vikingo was once a AAA Mega Champion, same as Rey Fenix. So, Walter, I pose this to you as we get ready for this Lucha Libre match. Do you think El Grande Americano could possibly go to AAA, maybe become the AAA Mega Champion, and do you see him facing maybe El Hijo del Vikingo in the near future?
I told you that they signed this a long time ago, and they were waiting. The whole point of El Grande Americano was to go through all the luchas and luchadores. Yes, he's gonna end up going to triple A. He's gonna have to run that gauntlet until he runs to whoever they feel is the final boss, and then maybe they'll unmask him. But I think he's gonna have to go through that roster, especially if we have that pay-per-view coming the same night as Money in the Bank. Or
Yeah.
what is it? Is it a special or a pay-per-view? Now I'm forgetting.
Worlds Collide to me, I've always looked at as a special. All right, you think about
Yeah.
specials that were just interpromotional with WWE. Like the last time it really mattered was NXT, NXT UK. Now we have NXT and AAA apparently. So jury is still out, but I would still call it a special. But yeah. So that being said, talking about more AAA, El Grande Americano. I mean, you ranted about it. Do you think he earned his WrestleMania moment?
Not over Chad Gable, but I mean he did impress. So whatever. We'll see what the future. The future is bright for him. Came out of nowhere, got to bypass NXT, and go to the main roster and get a WrestleMania match. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see.
He literally sounds, do mannerisms, has the same body, the same freaking back tattoo as Chad Gable. Although I will say that reverse 450 knee drop was extremely impressive, and I've never seen Chad Gable do that. But mark my words, I will review this conspiracy that freaking El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. JJ cannot argue with me because he is not here. He was not there during that call. I will die on this mountain. I will prove my point. I will solve this case. I will show El Grande Americano is fucking Chad Gable. Damn
Now
it!
you can rant all you want. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove.
Oh, freaking hell. What the?
Gunther's out here.
And he is pissed.
He's asking Michael if he's got something to say to him. Michael saying, "What are you upset at me for?" I'm out here doing my job, Michael saying. He told Gunther, "I'm not the one that tapped out."
Oh boy.
And now he pushes Pat McAfee.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my God! Gunther is literally choking out Michael Cole. We need to have Pat McAfee just say Michael Cole for a sleeper hold and just struck Gunther. Gunther has snapped. Pat, you're a commentator. What the fuck just happened? Gunther now has Pat McAfee in the sleeper hold. Gunther is unhinged. Gunther has lost it. We need security out here. What in the hell? Gunther is literally incapacitating Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee has gone to sleep. Jessica Carr, W officials, Adam Pearce. I think that's Jamie Noble or Gregory Helms. Get Gunther out of Pat already. He's going to seriously hurt him. Jason Jordan, Adam Pearce. Well, as Walter takes a call, Gunther took his own choice and call to send a statement towards anybody talking about how he tapped out. This is not the way I would handle anger management. Seriously, Pat McAfee's face is purple. Let go of the damn man. Dadgum. Clearly, Gunther is extremely disappointed in the fact that he is no longer the World Heavyweight Champion. And I think Michael Cole is okay, but we got to get some serious medical attention from Pat McAfee as Adam Pearce is having Gunther literally escorted out of the building. Damn. They gotta regroup here, so.
Why did he attack the commentators? Are we getting a new commentating group?
You got to remember what Michael Cole said and how he endorsed Jey Uso. You saw Pat McAfee and how much he endorsed Jey Uso. Literally, Gunther is embarrassed, Walter. I hate to say this, but Gunther right now literally is a man on his own island, and he's taking it out literally on everybody.
He's going to start choking. He's going to start choking everybody.
I think you're right, as Michael Cole is helping Pat McAfee up. And kudos to Pat McAfee coming to Michael Cole's aid, because if Pat wasn't there, I think Michael Cole could have seriously got hurt.
Maybe it's gonna lead to Ilya Dragunov's return.
Well, again, Ilya Dragunov was the first man to incapacitate Gunther for the NXT UK Championship, of course, in NXT and September 36. We haven't seen him, of course, he's been injured, but right now, I just hope Pat McAfee's okay. You got to consider, again, that sleeper hold, Walter, you know that. That crushes your larynx, that cuts off the oxygen to your brain, and the longer you're in it, the more damage you insert. I think Pat McAfee is literally trying to just get his breath back.
He can barely walk right now. They probably need to cut to an emergency commercial. I know we say F television and F streaming, but they need to get it together right now.
And seriously, Gunther might as well have had that almost as a lethal choke.
Yep. And I'm kind of hoping they go cut to a commercial so we can run our trailer so I can run it, acknowledge Iliaki.
Well, Michael Cole, again, owes Pat McAfee so much more once again. And Pat McAfee literally going to bat, suffering and saving his best friend. As right now, Pat McAfee, Adam Pearce, Michael Cole, literally escorting Pat McAfee to the backstage area. You literally hear McAfee gasping for breath.
He's showing the fans that he's okay by giving them 5.
Yeah, but again, he is coughing dry heaves. We got another commercial break here. Folks, we'll be back here after this trailer. Hopefully Pat McAfee's okay. But in the meantime, if you want to learn more about what Similar Studios is all about, check out what we got ahead here on this Watch Along trailer that's going to be updated, but see what's on here so far. We'll be right back after this. Walter, go ahead.
Now for a taste of things to come.
And as always, here at the Super Alpha Studios, we truly encompass, embrace, celebrate all the wrestling. So welcome back, folks, here to our coverage of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Again, Noah Foster, Walter Cruz, we're super reliable. A bit of a somber tone as we were supposed to have a WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Whether or not that's still going to happen or be put to the wayside, we got a serious situation here as the ring general coming off a very humiliating loss in his own mind at Saturday night. Tapping out to Jey Uso has taken out all his wrath on the commentary team, nearly incapacitating Michael Cole, who said that I wasn't the one that tapped out, as Pat McAfee went to bat for Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee was held for an extended period of time in that lethal level sleeper hold. So hopefully Pat McAfee is okay, as we're still on commercial break here. Again, the WWE nonstop Watch Along schedule continues here as
So are they
SmackDown
gonna?
and Raw continue to go international as we go. They will go down under once again when they take over Perth, Australia. So stay tuned for more on that. Walter, I understand the definition of a sore loser, but that's going a little bit too far, I think, in my opinion, attacking a non-full-time in-ring competitor.
Maybe that's the next matchup. I'm not sure, but I know. Are we gonna get a match with no commentary?
Possibly. Again, we're back from Monday Night Raw, folks. Again, looking back at the replay, Gunther taking out all his rage against Michael Cole. Michael Cole saying, I'm not the one that tapped out. Threw the headset and the glass off him. Pat McAfee coming to air. Michael Cole shoved him as Gunther trapped Michael Cole temporarily in the sleeper hold. Pat McAfee saving his friend. A big forearm shot to the side of the Ring General's head as they went face to face. And then Adam Pearce, WWE officials, were coming down here to try and restore law and order. And Gunther was having none of it as he literally, lethally, I think is the word, lethally grabbed Pat McAfee and trapped him, grapevine his body into a sleeper hold. There you see Pat McAfee's cronies at ringside trying to come to the end of Pat McAfee. At the end of the day, they are fans in attendance. They are not legal in-ring competitors, as Gunther literally incapacitated Pat McAfee and has been escorted now out of the building. That Pat McAfee got to be seriously hurt. I believe he's under medical evaluation. I'm already hearing Michael Cole is back on the commentary booth, Walter.
Is he gonna have to Joey Styles this?
Possibly. It looks like Michael Cole actually is back here, still with Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee just trying to get some air back in his lungs to speak. Still dry heaving, trying to swallow water. It's good to know he's able to still walk on his own 2 feet. Dadgum. What? We're not allowed to talk about stuff. Now allowed to have fun. Do our job. I'm not gonna let some boy not allow me to do my job or something. Wow, Michael Cole, you got some balls. Even though he might have a broken nose, Michael Cole refusing to go home Looks like Michael Cole will still stay with us here, folks. Monday Night Raw on Netflix continues. Joe Tessitore has been brought to the commentary booth now, and Michael Cole refusing to be taken off by a bully. Kudos to Michael Cole. That takes a lot of guts and courage. As we got Michael Cole coming back to ringside, probably with a busted nose. It looks like the rest of the show will be called by Michael Cole and Joe Tessitore. So we're going to continue on here. And that was Joe Tessitore with the update earlier. Thank you for that, Big G.
Yeah, Joe Tessitore.
Yeah, but look at the demeanor on Michael Cole's face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got to be a little bit frightened, but kudos to him still committing to his job. And Michael, that's a scary thought. Hopefully they escort him out of the building. I'm just glad everyone's okay. Sheesh.
Gunther might go on a rampage now.
Well, we got to get back on task here, Walters. As we get back on order here, WNL Championship on the line. All rise for New York NL Champion. Dirty Dominic Mysterio going to his first defense. Yeah, Michael Cole might have a broken nose, by the way, so might affect his breathing as well. Again, damage done by the ring general. Anyway, good God, this Raw Mania has gone over 11 in the words of Big G, to say the least. Big G might as well do commentary with me at some point.
No, he thinks it's gonna last all the way to 11, and we might get the dissension. We still might get the dissension of Judgment Day here.
Well, I mean, that still remains to be seen, but let's go ahead and regroup here, Walter. Dominic Mysterio, of course, made history in the first ever Fatal 4-Way in WrestleMania history for the NL Championship. He outlasted the odds, beat the unstoppable badass Braun Breaker going in defending, and outlasted Penta and his Judgment Day member cohort, Finn Balor. You see Carlito at ringside with that split leg frog splash, securing the victory, pinning Finn Balor, who thought he was going to win with a coup de grace. There you see Finn Balor, by the way, in Champion's Corner. And right now, within 24 hours, Dominic Mysterio already put in the work in, defending the title against Penta as Cero Miedo. And again, Carlito somehow lied to tell the tale.
Mm-hmm.
Again, thank everybody that's been tuning in so far. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. Next time we cover WWE outside NXT tomorrow night, we will be covering, of course, Backlash. This is brought to you by Sibaba Studios. Subscribe today to Rage of Wrestling, Bad for Wrestling, follow Big G, subscribe to Kathleen Studios. We'll keep you in tune always for all the wrestling, all the content, all the possible reactions and compilations. And shout out to Geekbots, by the way, a great friend of the wrestling community.
Mm-hmm. Penta getting his first one-on-one shot for the Intercontinental. Actually, no. Didn't he get it against Gunther? I mean, against
Braun
Breaker,
but it was the Judgment Day that interfered. This is his second chance now in one-on-one action for the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Penta and Cero Miedo has not even been on Monday Night Raw, I believe, for 4 months, and it's already had so much going for him, has been incredible.
Mm-hmm. Look how over he is, too. Sheesh. I kind of wanted to buy his mask, but they want way too much for it.
Yeah, Michael Cole, by the way, trying to do his job, but he puts this question out. Can we not do our job? Have fun, have opinions, celebrate champions. And, of course, talking about how Pat McAfee came to the aid of Michael Cole.
It's hard to get it back together, so imagine for us to get it back together. So imagine how Michael Cole feels.
You know, it's weird again. In the bygone era, I would have cared less for Michael Cole, but truly you can tell how much of a fan that he is about this. And the fact that he's saying right now he feels threatened that he can't be a fan of what he loves with actions like that by superstars, it is very concerning. For the first time ever, I have concern for Michael Cole, but we gotta keep going here, Walter. At the end of the day, we're reacting to Monday Night Raw, and there's an Intercontinental Championship match about to go down, and you said yourself this is going to be Lucha Libre.
Mm-hmm.
Big G with the point here. Sorry for this, but Tony fumbled big time with everyone that has gone to WWE. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, again, jury is out on that, but no lies.
You have to
Majority
be
so far what we've seen.
you have to be fair though. There's a few people that went from WWE to AEW that they fumbled. Swerve comes to mind. Tony Storm comes to mind. They fumbled too, man. It's just people find their way in the another company and become big stars. Depends
Yeah.
on the person because
Well,
you can say
yeah.
that about WWE fumbling people too.
Bell rings are underway here for Intercontinental Championship, Walter. And again, it's the problem of the business. It's the nature of the business. When the quantity is more than the quality that you can actually show in your booking, you're going to have that problem. Why you think it's so hard to stay on top? Why you think it's so hard to get a spot? People like Paul Heyman, though, have persistently found a way to keep themselves at the top. And still to come tonight, as we talked about, Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins will be in the building on Monday Night Raw. But anyway, talking about staying on top, Finn Balor is looking to get back to the top. And right now, Dominic Mysterio is at that spot, going to his first title defense here. And Penta
Trying
up
to
and
hear.
over here, off the
I
ropes,
can't.
just needs
I
a
was trying to hear
clothesline.
what the crowd was chanting.
I think they're saying dirty, dirty Dom. You know that
Yeah,
as they've been doing to other superstars. They did it with Michael Cole earlier. Again, Michael Cole, I hope he's okay. Because that's a scary situation to see your friend incapacitated like that and suffer an injury probably from it.
that's scary for an actual active professional wrestler to get hit by
Damn it.
Gunther. So imagine somebody who isn't.
And see, right now, you watch the referee Eddie Durango for this contest. Finn Balor on the outside was looking for a cheap shot. Down to Mysterio
Taking
looking to follow up. Oof.
Notice he took his sweet time. I think he purposely got caught. I'm telling you, Balor's jealous of this title. We're
Well,
gonna
why
see the
wouldn't you be?
Ascension of Judgment Day.
Why wouldn't you be? He's a Grand Slam champion. He previously was the Intercontinental Champion. And as far as Finn Balor is concerned, he probably thinks it should be him in this match. And Tope Carlo by Penta was Tom on the outside.
Elo. Oh my god. Ever since Penta revealed that his arm has never been right, and he refused the surgery, I cringe when I see him doing these moves.
Well, we'll see if he suffers any further damage. Penta and Dominic continues here on Monday Night Raw. Raw on Netflix continues on this commercial break. Fuck television. Yeah, seriously though, Pat McAfee, I'm be lucky if he does the Pat McAfee show with his voice intact, because good lord, his face was turning straight purple. That was crazy.
I don't want to see a Gunther Pat McAfee match because that would be a squash beyond squashes.
Yeah, about to say, and Michael Cole's lucky he didn't get squashed. But if Michael Cole threatened by the fact that he can't be a fan, but he's still gonna be a professional and do his job, it's still a very touchy combination. And shout out to Joe Tessitore stepping in up, by the way, for the Pat McAfee here, helping to call Monday Night Raw with Michael Cole, where at this point Michael Cole might be tonight's color analyst.
I know Gunther lost to Jay,
Whew.
but I gotta pose the if he's this pissed off and he's coming out like this, who can stop this version of Gunther?
Yeah, it's a scary thought. About to say that's a very good point, Walter. I mean, again, we know what the Ring General is when he's already dominating. Imagine what the Ring General is when he's not, and remind you exactly how dangerous he is. Talking about the sacredness of this sport, restoring honor to it. I think he still considers Jey Uso a joke, making a mockery, all this playful banter and stuff, and he blames commentary for really enforcing this. I think that was the whole purpose behind Gunther's attack here tonight. I just think he took out his aggression against the wrong people, and there's going to be repercussions, clearly, because you don't put your hands on WWE officials.
He, he's gonna get fined or suspended or something. And he doesn't even have Ludwig Kaiser anymore to calm him down. He's literally unleashed.
Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser, European accents. We haven't seen him since the fall of him and Penta in that street fight in London. Again, right now we're on a commercial break, folks. And again, what have you thought so far about this Raw After Mania? Has it lived up to the bill and its unpredictability? Have you enjoyed the utter madness, the hostilities, the aggression, the energy? Still much more to come. Hope you all enjoyed the ride. Please have a comment, tell a friend. To Walter's point, we still have Seth freaking Rollins, Paul Heyman. We know CM Punk is in the building, and we are 2.5 hours in what usually has been the end time for Raw on Netflix. And we're on Netflix, which means they have more of time they could actually use because, again, it's internationally aired. So for all we know, we might be going past the freaking 3-hour mark.
Who knows? But in the meantime, I know something that people should do, and that's subscribe.
Good point.
Scrolling across the bottom there.
Yeah, again, subscribe to Rage of Wrestling, subscribe to Bad for Wrestling, subscribe to Big G, subscribe to you freaking goober. Like I said before, subscribe to all the friends here at the Super Reliable Studios. And we keep you in tune, engage you, entertain you across all things wrestling. And again, if you're entertained by us here on YouTube, find us on the spaces where you will be in tribalism-free zones and be able to speak your opinions and rock and roll with rock and ropes. Here for the Super Studios, we are back here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, 3 Championship on the line. Penta Ceremonial challenge to the new champion, Dominik Mysterio. Judgment Day in Dom's corner with Finn Balor and Carlito. Pendulum drop kick by the challenger. Rocks the champion.
Remind you, Intercontinental title is on the line. And we've already seen somebody who just won a title lose tonight. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that he loses that title.
Yeah, it's been a wild-ass night here on Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch, Rabakira, to your point, losing the Women's Tag Team Championships to Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and, of course, Becky turning on Lyra. John Cena saying he's going to stop the time of professional wrestling. Counter, tilt to our Falcon Arrow, done the deal, kick out 2 by Penta. Yeah, like I was saying, John Cena trying to stop the timeline of professional wrestling after his remaining 28 dates was dropped by Randy Orton. New Day were confronted by Alpha Academy as returning Rusev smashed Alpha Academy, and New Day got the hell out of the building. Can't say I don't blame them. Celebrated the new World Heavyweight Champion. Get to the midsection. Io Sky standing by carrying a match out of respect. Tornado DT out of the corner. Here's a cover by Dom. Hook the far leg off the back press. Gets the 2 count. We saw Mommy Rhea Ripley break up Possible Brutality with Julia, Roxanne, Stephanie, and Io, handing Io the title, but still wants that gold back at some point. She respects the Genius in the Sky. And now we have the Workhorse Championship on the line here. Pent up with the step as a Gary, rocking Dom here in the corner. Set up on the top rope. And right now, Penta looking to send Dominik up and over while Michael Cole still trying to regroup with what just happened to his friend Pat McAfee at the hands of the Living Gerald Gunther. Might also be working with a broken nose. Oh! Look at that takeover. T. Harris out of the corner. Triangle T. Harris. Try saying that 2 times fast. Oh, and a destroyer! As the turn fades around here in this match, as Dominik, great awareness, rolls to the outside to prevent a cover. For those that don't know, again, Mr. Reliable is Mr. Multitask. He also is still working. That's why he is muted. But again, he is just as much as a valuable, reliable, analytical part of this Watch Along experience, as am I. Always happy to do this with my friends. And now Penta, takes Finn down and turns Finn into Dominik Mysterio. And Finn was trying to come to the aid of Dominik, trying to get him up, it looks like, and might have cost the champion there, it looks like. And now Penta sends the champion back inside the ring, and Penta looking for something big here out of the corner. Carlito, wait a minute, what the hell? Jenny Montana's back! Drop kick, bend of the head! Dominik Tiger fake kick! Jenny Montana! And the frog splash by Dominik! Cover! Dominik retains!
Where'd JD come from?
We haven't seen JD since that injury. Judgment Day with the numbers game back on full display once again. In a replay here outside of Red's vision, JD Montana pushing Penta off the top ropes. Dominik setting him up for the area code of Sin City. Tiger feint kick connects as he drops the dime with a beautiful frog splash. Shout out to Eddie Guerrero as Dominik Mysterio has just successfully retained his Intercontinental title. One day in, Dirty Dominik Mysterio prevails thanks to his Judgment Day brethren in the return of JD McDonough. The Judgment Day is back to full power. And Finn Balor still looks a little bit reluctant, but either way, congratulations. What a night for the Judgment Day. Liv and Dom both prevail. About to say, Joe Troy finally putting on his
Now,
sports blazer.
sorry to interrupt you. Look how reluctant. I couldn't speak, couldn't think in English. Reluctant Finn Balor was to hug JD.
Well, I mean, look how reluctant Michael Cole is right now. I mean, again, he literally just saw his friend incapacitated. And JD McFunkle Pop, and there's that comment again. Again, Joe Tessitore talking about the concern for Pat McAfee's well-being. We know Pat McAfee is a crazy son of a bitch, but still, he could take a lot, but that was a lot of punishment. That was ridiculous. When we talk about luchadors, Walter, and we talk about celebrations, let's talk about El Grande Americano, Chad Gable. Literally
No me empieza. No me empieza.
Yeah, freaking hell. I'm
Don't
sure
start
that
me.
But this is Spanish.
Don't start.
As we got highlights here with a loaded mask by El Grande Americano and a loaded headbutt, incapacitating Ray Phoenix winning his WrestleMania debut. This freaking old school film filter is ridiculous. El Grande Americano
I
winning
actually
his
like
WrestleMania
it.
debut.
I like that filter.
About to say some fake ass newspapers here.
Hey man, look, tenía un sueño. Not many people could live their dream, okay? He lived his dream to become a luchador, right? He learned from the best.
Ay. One of these days I will prove what I say. One of these days.
Alicia!
Fucking hell. Ah.
There's the 10. Oh, I like how they can go past. This is the first Netflix that actually passed 10:30 Eastern.
Justifiably so, because there's one thing left to do. We will hear from the winner of Saturday's main event. Seth freaking Rollins with Paul Heyman will be in the ring. Coming up next here on Monday Night Raw, Raw After Mania on Netflix. As we got another commercial break. Fuck television. Okay. First off, I'll leave the Grande thing alone. The hits keep on coming. The returns keep happening. JD McDonough now, and the Judgment Day are back at full power.
If you can call it that, because I saw that reluctancy all written all over Finn Balor's face.
What do you think JD McDonough thinks about this? Do you think JD trusts Finn Balor more? Do you think JD trusts Dominic more?
They have that Irish connection, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, again, it's also teacher versus student. How many times does the student want to surpass the teacher? If you can't beat the teacher, find somebody that can. Maybe JD will align with Dominic, and Dominic will oust Finn Balor. I've seen enough Bullet Club freaking takeovers over the years to know when a leader's about to get ousted. Prince Devitt, the leader of the original Bullet Club, ousted by the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ Styles ousted by Kenny by God Omega. Kenny Omega ousted by Switchblade Jay White. Jay White ousted by the freaking Savage King Finn Balor. David Finlay. So it's one of those things right now where I do think there's going to be another change of the guard, and I can see that happening sooner rather than later. But congrats to Dominic Mysterio retaining his WWE Intercontinental Championship. Well,
JD McDonough came back. Gunther's on the tirade. Rusev is back, seemingly heel and somehow aligning himself with New Day, being their muscle. Julia may have got called to the main roster. Who knows? She popped up. Roxanne Perez popped up. What a Raw.
Stephanie Valkyrie and Io Sky had a one-on-one match that we don't know who the better is, lest we forget. And of course, you'll be calling freaking NXT tomorrow night, NXT on CW, the NXT after WrestleMania. You now know you're going to be calling Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Gigi Dolan and Tam Paxi for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
And look at this. Always the marketing machine that WWE is already on their website. They just emailed me this already. Look at that.
What?
Already.
Oh,
less than an hour after his debut, they got new Rusev gear.
I'm not surprised. Welcome back, Rusev, to WWE. Happy Rusev Day, everybody. I wonder if they're going to bring those calendars back. And we'll see what's next for the Bulgarian Brute soon enough. Maybe his lawyer will come back and help him, as he's once literally the hero of Russia. Not to mention, let's not forget, Becky Lynch turned on Lyra Valkyria. So chances are Becky might challenge Lyra for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Well, that I called the wrong day, but I already knew Becky was turning. It was obvious.
Big G called it tonight, and Big G was right on the spot. Shout out to the baller, Big G in the chat. Appreciate you being along for the entire ride, my friend. And again, John Cena looking to halt the timeline come the end of his main 28 dates. We'll talk more about that later as backlash will ensue, and it looks like he'll be facing a very familiar foe in the Viper, Randy Orton, too.
Possibly in Viper's hometown next month. Not even a month. I think it's in 3 weeks.
Exactly. And of course, WWE will be coming very soon to your city, whether or not it's main event Jey Uso or someone else. Go check out the schedule. I got Detroit, Michigan. I got Cleveland, Ohio coming up during the summer.
Hey, SmackDown's Cleveland, brother.
We'll see. We'll see. It is the summer, and honestly, I haven't done anything this year, so we'll see.
We're back.
You know what that means.
Burning it down. It ain't 420 anymore, but we still get to burn it down.
Seth Rollins legitimately burned down the set with a flamethrower and burnt down the internet thanks to Paul Heyman.
Very reminiscent of who with that flamethrower? Noah?
What?
That was very reminiscent of whose entrance in a previous WrestleMania with that flamethrower.
Oh, yeah, that's a good freaking point. I didn't think about that. I'm trying to figure the name. I can't think right now.
The Rock.
The Rock.
He set his own name on fire with the. Yep.
Well, Seth Rollins might have finally put away the past and put away history and put away that cancer he believes that came back to WWE thanks to the betrayal actions of Paul Heyman. Seth Rollins told Paul, now you owe me a favor. Was that favor fulfilled at Saturday, or is it still a favor yet to be delivered?
I don't know if we can count Vegas because the Raw after Mania, because they're going to cheer everyone. I want to see what the crowds really start reacting to Seth. Yeah. Interesting choice to wear yellow. Yellow usually means coward.
Or, like you said, Dick Tracy, not to put you out there, but that is also a detective. And obviously, Seth Rollins deduced the case that WWE will be better without CM Punk and Roman Reigns. And Paul Heyman must have bought into it.
Got the yellow tie to match. Let's see what Paul Heyman says.
About to say, it's also one of those things we know that Seth Rollins is a hell of a talker. So I wonder how this alliance with Paul Heyman is going to play out. And truth be told, Seth Rollins, he has been Mr. 24/7, 365 this entire time. He didn't say no lies.
Nope. Not at all.
Seth Rollins now with Paul Heyman in his corner, sold himself out to the authority, and Paul Heyman might have literally sold his soul to Seth Rollins. Let's go ahead and hear from Saturday night's winner. And remember, Walter, we know CM Punk is in the building.
Yeah, but is he more pissed off at Seth or more pissed off at Paul?
Well, Paul betrayed him before, so I don't know how much this hits if we would not forget his previous life in WWE. But Seth Rollins literally cost CM Punk his dream. He main evented, but he lost. But he wasn't involved in the decision either.
Well, let's see if we get the ladies and gentlemen, my name is. Because it seems like Paul's the one with the mic.
That's a good thought. That's a good point there. You're absolutely right. Heyman with the microphone and Seth standing in the middle with no mic, taking it all in. Some crowds here, like you said, the most wild crowd, of course, 30 count a year, saying thank you, Seth.
1969 days since OSU beat. Wow, why are you putting sports references up there?
Especially when I don't care about my own freaking state sports team because I don't watch football.
Paul Heyman passed. Oh, he didn't even give him the proper introduction. He just passed the mic off.
Well, again, does Paul Heyman really need to speak? Or does the actions speak for themselves?
That's the only thing. Seth is a good mic worker. It doesn't really need anyone to speak for him if we talking about development wise. So it's an unusual alignment.
Well, let's find out. Maybe we get some answers here. What this means and how long this was planned. Again, the architect, he built this. Let's see
It's
how he defines it.
usually Paul's good for people that don't have the best mic skills. I think the crowd is saying fuck Paul Heyman because they keep bleeping it out.
That's correct. Also, Netflix, you fucking suck.
All right, it's Netflix. You can curse.
I was say you got rated R content. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
Rated R. They got rated other things content.
Yeah, that too, but who gives a shit about that? You almost wonder if Seth needs to speak.
I'm a visionary. Is that what he said?
Yes.
I'm a visionary. He has to repeat himself because the crowd is so old. I took the wise man from Roman Reigns.
He did.
I stole CM Punk's main event or best friend.
He did.
Seth looks like a young child in love. I'm the winner of the main event of WrestleMania. Not the first time he's done that.
No kidding. Wonder where this ranks.
I am.
Oh shit!
And CM Punk interrupts him.
Well, you knew this had to be happening. You knew this was bound to happen, right?
Hey, they're on the same show. At least Roman's on SmackDown. And Punk doesn't have a microphone. He's not going to drop a pipe bomb. He's going to drop fist. He is taping his fist.
And Paul Heyman can't be happy about this, and neither can CM Punk after everything that's happened right now. Talk about being fueled by hatred. I think you're about to get your hands off who CM Punk's more pissed off with. And Punk's
there for a fight.
And he's immediately teamed up against Seth freaking Rollins. Why Paul Heyman what's on the corner? Oh my word.
Paul Heyman CM Punk just going everywhere. Body, face, stomp, but you got to keep your eye on Paul Heyman.
Yeah, stomp after stomp in the corner. Paul Heyman, like the leech he is, preying upon the psyche of CM Punk this evening.
I think he's turning his attention to Paul Heyman.
Oh boy, this is not the first time we've seen this.
Paul, you better get your walrus out on there. I didn't turn you on you. You turned your back on me. What is Paul Heyman on your screen telling him that for? CM Punk putting his hands on Paul, but Seth Rollins from behind ripping his eyes, I think, or gouging him.
Yeah, I'm about to say gouging him enough and pulling him back down. And Seth, all right, stop!
Oh my God! Stop from a full kneeling position.
Dadgum. OTC chance raining out.
Oh, OTC's not on Raw, but I mean, brand split what?
I mean, again, this is the RAW After MANIA, dude.
Mm-hmm. But you got to save some stuff for the SmackDown after Mania too.
Now,
Paul Heyman's got a mic.
God, Chan, we want Roman.
We want Roman, and the executive producer thing is coming up. The credits. We're going to conclude with the weekend of WrestleMania 41. By propelling the news all the way to WrestleMania 42. There is a new, reigning, defending, undisputed #1 top star. This is entire industry. In this entire industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth freaking Rollins.
He declares himself officially the latest Paul Heyman guy. Oh, shit! Walter!
Roman Reigns!
Where is he? See, Seth just threw CM Punk to the outside. Where's Roman? Oh, boy.
He's going to come to the crowd.
The betrayal of the wise man.
Nope.
No, he's not,
There he
dude!
is. There he is.
Oh, dear God. These two are about to give us one hell of a fight. The original OTC, betrayed by his wise men, pinned by somebody that was once his friend, now his greatest enemy. A new number one versus the one here on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We're not done yet, people!
No.
Spear! One of the most emphatic spears I've ever seen!
Oh, no.
Yep, Heyman is all alone. Superman push the Paul Heyman! My God!
He ain't so wise now, is he, Noah?
He chose poorly, if you ask Roman Reigns, who is absolutely unhinged tonight.
He might have busted.
No. He's lining up the spear!
Ooh, ah!
You can't do that to Paul Heyman! Oh, what the fuck?
Oh! Braun Breaker just speared Roman Reigns!
You don't think?
Braun Breaker can be part of this crew!
What?
And now he's CM Punk!
You gotta be kidding me!
Paul Heyman is putting together Braun Breaker and Seth freaking Rollins! Seth just hugged Braun Breaker!
Oh my God!
Oh my God, Paul Heyman has a squad.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Braun Breaker, Iron Roman Reigns on the outside. Oh, an uppercut by Roman to Braun.
But he fell. He got speared his ribs a second ago. He's going to spear him through the barricade, isn't he, Noah?
I'm about to say, I think you're right, Walter. Look at the distance. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, no. And Braun Breaker running around the wing. Trying to barrier. Spear for Roman through the barricade.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
This may have surpassed last year's Raw After Mania. This really feels like a Raw After Mania finally. Braun Breaker is a Paul Heyman guy. Didn't TJ or somebody say that should happen? Somebody called it on our shenanigans.
Yeah, whoever called it, they're Nostradamus themselves. Paul Heyman has once again aligned himself with the top of this business. Paul Heyman has the architect, Seth freaking Rollins, and Braun Breaker. And they literally are taking out Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Cursed off the Punk again by Rollins.
Paul Heyman literally has the present and the future of WWE all in one group. And who knows if he's aligned with The Rock on top of that with Cena.
Seth freaking Rollins once again with another fan cursed off to Roman Reigns. The past is gone. The future is now. Paul Heyman is with Seth freaking Rollins and Braun Breaker.
He just gave him a kiss. He gave Braun the kiss. Look at the three of them. Oh my God. Who's going to stop these two?
Welcome to the new era of WWE. The new top number one and the unstoppable, unpredictable badass are now as one. What the fuck does this mean for WWE?
That's how you end. Oh my God. And if Braun wins the Money in the Bank, it brings Heyman that title again. Holy hell. Where do we go from here, Noah?
I don't know, Walter. As Raw on Netflix, the Raw demand has officially concluded. So For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. Say yeah to no DQ. Go check out Aaron Ritt's recap and review. This has been one of the best RAW After Manias I can remember. Thank you all for tuning in. See you tomorrow night. Walter Cruz and JJ will be on the call for your NXT After Mania. And we'll see you next time here at the Super Labo Studios. Paul Heyman's got a squad again.
Holy hell.
Holy hell indeed. Have a good night, folks. This has been the Raw After WrestleMania.